Yeah, so I was kind of explaining the combo where you're going to attach Freed from the Real to one of your little mana dorks, generate infinite mana, and just kind of pop off that way.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on Wall's combo?
It's interesting. I don't know if I would enjoy playing it, but it is very interesting. I think it's pretty good, especially with the shifts in the meta. I think showing up to this event with, you know, a bit of a I guess outside deck, right? Wall's combo is a known entity, but not many people are playing it very often.
Right, yeah. It's because it's a creature combo and you have all these walls that are like 03s, 04s, it can be kind of hard to interact with.
Yeah, especially now some people are picking up Scred. I think it's picking up in popularity a little bit. And so Scred can have a bit of a hard time.
We do have one Scred deck today.
Scred can have a bit of a hard time dealing with your, like, whatever, 05s, 04s sometimes.
Yeah, and then, you know, if you are playing like a blue X deck, it really comes down to just being super measured, and if you have a counter spell in hand, okay, what do you counter? Are you countering? Are you waiting to the last possible moment? Are you trying to kind of mess with their momentum a little bit? Yeah, it's a hard question to answer when there's lots of hidden information.
Yeah, and I think it's a tough deck to interrupt as well. I think they've just kind of got a lot going on.
Oh yeah, it's once they're like 2 steps away, it's too late.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to know what to interact with when. But if you're playing a very interactive deck, which I think we have a few of today, right? We have a
definitely.
Blue-black control, I think, today.
Yes. And speaking of which, actually,
mono-black control as well, maybe.
Yeah. So actually, Mike's opponent John.
Sure.
He's playing Dimir Fairies, so obviously most confident matchup Mono Blue Terror. Too bad for John. None of that here.
None of that.
His least confident matchup is going to be the Mirror. There is another blue-black deck, so we'll see maybe if they find each other. John loves photography. Setting up cameras in front of him is terrifying, and he has about 30 years of Magic under his belt. So let's quickly take a look at his deck. Dimir Fairies.
Is a great deck. I think, especially coming out of a meta shift, we've got bans, we've got unbans. This deck's been around for a long time, and I think it's just good. You've got a lot of interaction, and I don't see anything wrong with bringing this deck today, especially there's only been 1 week of Pauper since the bans, so there's a lot of people questioning, you know, should I bring something to spec for High Tide? Should I bring High Tide? Things like that. So I think this deck is a very good meta read.
Yeah, I think we're going to see those Snuff Outs putting in a lot of work in this matchup. Yeah. We'll talk about sideboarding when we get to sideboarding. Speaking of which, these matches are best of 5, so we actually don't see any sideboarding at all until after game 2. So we have 2 games unsideboarded, and then the rest are going to be post-board. Yeah, I don't know. Dimir Fairies, it can be kind of annoying as well. You know, the Sneaky Snacker, Fairy Seers, and the Ninjas, just lots of evasive creatures that are just... They're annoying. They're like little mosquitoes. Because the other thing is, you know, you see this like 1/1, you see this 2/1, and you're like, well, I don't want to necessarily waste a bunch of removal on it.
Yeah, especially with Sneaky Snacker, it's difficult. You don't want to burn removal on Sneaky Snacker because it's just going to come back, right? It's always going to come back at some point. They draw a lot of cards in this deck, especially with Forlorn Revealed. So I don't know. It's just going to be very annoying.
Yeah, for sure.
To get rid of that card. Especially for Wall's combos.
Well, with that being said, let's switch over to the player cams. I'm going to get everyone started, and here we go.
Oh, beautiful playmats.
Yes, these are the new custom playmats that were made for this tournament specifically. There's, you know, they all look like this, but, you know, one of them has...
One of them says champion, right?
It's literally it's sitting over there.
Do we have it? We can show it off.
It says NYC Pauper League champion.
Oh, yeah. So everyone in top 8's getting a copy of this playmat, right?
Yes, but only one gets the champion.
And that's the true trophy.
Honestly, like, yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful playmat. I have to... I mean, I may as well look it up now because they're just shuffling. Shout out the artist for a second.
Big thanks to New York City magic friend Grace. I don't know her full name, but...
Is that the artist?
It's Grace, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
haven't met Grace.
I don't know her full name. I think she lives in Canada. That's the extent of the
Oh,
information.
well,
I
then
have.
then she's obviously just a friend.
That's the extent of the information I have.
Let's see. Oh, we've got Dipper in the chat. Wall's not having to face mono blue control is huge. That matchup is almost unwinnable. Facing a control deck is a bit rough. That's our resident Walls combo.
Walls combo friend.
Yeah, who is now living in Wisconsin. Sorry to dox you.
Just calling
Yeah.
more. Everyone lives around here.
Yes, so my address.
If you want to show up to my house after the match.
All right, and it looks like we may have a.
I think we're on a mulligan to 6 here.
Yeah. I also have the names completely wrong here.
No, it's fine. We can fix it.
Yeah.
Oh, are they just in the wrong spot?
Yeah. I just have
that's
it.
fine.
I just have it flip flopped. Let's see here. Oh, is the music still playing on my laptop? No, it's not. Thank God. All right. I mean, classic
Yeah.
starts from both colors.
Yeah.
Island Go, Forest,
Some
Llanowar
beautiful
Elf,
Pauper
and then
magic
to a 3-drop.
happening
Yeah. I've got a bit of glare on the screen. I'll fix that in between rounds. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a key proponent of the Walls combo, right? Making a bunch of mana.
Yes. Yeah.
So you just want to have it's this creature and Freed from the Real and a bunch of walls, right? And we can make
Pretty
a
much.
bunch of mana.
Exactly. All right. Just give me 1 second here. I'm just gonna rearrange all these walls. Combo.
Just resolving a brainstorm here. It looks like a lot of card drawing going to be happening on the right side of the screen.
Yeah. Although, Walls Combo does have access to, Lead the Stampede and other such effects.
Yeah.
You get to, at the very least, look at a bunch of cards, and
Yeah, and there we.
I mean,
there
sometimes you hit 5 off of your.
Yeah. There we see the Snuff Out getting full value.
Yep. Yeah. There we go. And
getting rid of one of the combos.
right. Yeah. I mean,
early
John
on.
just saying, "Hey, I'll take 4."
Yeah.
For John, the life total is very much a resource.
Yeah.
He's either alive or he's dead.
Yeah, believe it or not, all of the cards with Defender, he doesn't really care about.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
gonna be
Exactly.
attacking him.
Bump up.
Yeah.
Just fixing.
I think we can't talk about cards in hand, right? Because they can kind of hear us, maybe.
I don't think they can hear us. We can just have a little ASMR moment.
just talk quietly.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone at home loves hearing us whisper into the microphone.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's what better way to start the morning, huh?
Wake up, hear us whispering in your ear. Terrible day.
All right, Mike. Finding another Axebane Guardian, which is that's kind of one of the combo pieces here.
Yeah, especially finding it when the Fairies player is tapped out is truly beautiful because he does have a Spell Stutter Sprite in
like
hand, I believe. So
maybe is coming down with a Modern Age. Nice big dice there. Shout out to Burger Tokens. Gave us those dice for free.
Thank you, Burger
Not
Tokens.
a sponsor, but just very friendly people. Very
friendly
good products.
people. Awesome name too, Burger Tokens.
It's so good.
If you at home want dice, buy Burger Tokens. Not a sponsor.
Again, I apologize for the glare, everyone. We're gonna fix that in between games. Looks like
Can we
a
ask-
Kyrian
can we ask
Ranger.
Jen to move the light for us?
Maybe. I mean, I could also just go fix it.
No, it's fine. We have an important job to do.
Yeah. I mean, plus, so it's either I think it's just Bear Sentinel based off of the little bit of art
yeah,
there.
it is a Despair Sentinel.
So, which I believe
So just more
produces just more mana, not just more mana, but I think just Bear Sentinel produces mana of any color.
Yes, it's
Currently, so does the Axebane Guardian actually. Technically, you can tap for one of any color, and we see the Kyrian Ranger here.
And I got a sneak peek of his hand. It looks like there's a Freed from the Real in there.
Oh, and we're countering the Kyrian Ranger. Yeah.
Not a terrible play.
Not at all. Nope, looks like we're tapping for 4.
Not a Freed from the Real.
I believe he maybe, yes, he's, so that's one way you can find your combo piece with the Walls combo is transmuting, what card is it? We have deck lists in front of
We do have
us.
deck lists in front of us.
We have it right here as well.
Is it Drift of Phantasms? I believe
Yes.
it's Drift of Phantasms.
Yeah, so functionally, on top of it being a wall,
Yes.
it's almost like having, 5 copies of Freed from the Real.
Which is why you only have to really play one.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you want as many creatures as possible. Because again, it's a creature combo deck.
Yeah.
I think this is. I do feel like Walls combo is one of these lists that is kind of like hyper optimized at this point.
Yeah, I think it's been around long enough that people kind of know exactly the numbers you need for everything.
Yeah.
You can shave 1 or 2 cards here and there, but in general, I think everybody knows the exact cuts that they want.
Yeah, I mean, especially because, again, I keep saying this phrase over and over. It's a combo deck, right? So most of what you are going to see in different metas.
Reaping the Graves here. Okay.
Ah, okay. I like that. Ooh, okay. Brainstorm and response. I guess that's just back into.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe this is an end step brainstorm.
I think it's just end step brainstorm. Yeah. He just resolved the transmute. Finding the counter spell, very important here. And getting back the Sneaky Sacker. So yeah,
right. It's draw 3 cards.
Yeah. Brainstorm and Sneaky Snacker is quite the combo. So yeah, this is what we were talking about before the game started. Sneaky Snacker, just annoying. It's always going to be coming back, especially when you're casting Brainstorms. So.
Frozen Brain in chat. I jammed the transmute cards into so many decks. I mean, I do feel like there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah, I think they're really interesting, especially if you can get dual use out of them, right? Like if you care about the front of the transmute card as well.
Right. Yeah.
It can be helpful, but I mean, a lot of the times just having a tutor for my win the game card is very nice.
Yeah. Do we know why John's at 15?
Yeah, he took 4 damage from his
from the snuff out, and then
I think he might have gotten pinged 1 by one of the elves early on. I'm not 100% sure.
That's fair.
I'm not 100% sure where the 1 life loss is from.
Yeah. Okay, another Kyrian Ranger, and countering that as well.
Yeah, so this is going to be what the Walls combo is going to be up against basically all game here, right? He's going to have to. Yeah. He's going to have to be kind of fighting for his stuff, which I believe is why the Reaping the Graves was found, right? So he can kind of fight through by, here he can cast Reaping the Graves, right? Buy back 3 of his creatures. Right. Yeah. That is one of the few cards in the format that does have Storm. Yeah. Of the we have 4 maybe, and they're all kind of bad.
They're all yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, you only see Reaping the Graves in combo decks.
Yeah.
Walls
Reaping the Graves and Weather the Storm are the ones you generally see.
Oh, I forgot about Weather the Storm. Yeah.
I always forget about Weather the Storm.
Yeah.
Casually gaining 35 life is nice.
Lots of thought going into what this third creature is going to be.
Yeah. I'm assuming it matters because he could have countered a copy, right? He could have countered 1 copy of the Reaping the Graves if he needed to.
I think so.
But I guess just holding it to counter the spell is
I
probably
think countering
smarter.
the payoff. Yeah, I do like what John is using his counters on so far.
It's a very clean play here from John.
Yeah, I think he's doing a good job of identifying, what plays can he interrupt that are going to cause the most tempo loss.
Yep.
And which plays are going to be causing the most kind of payoff loss.
Yeah.
Right. Because Mike's had some small payoffs and he's had some small little board progressions, but for the most part he's kind of, despite being a green deck, there's a bit of a disparity in board state here.
I think this is playing out basically exactly how we should expect this to play out. And, Walls combo trying to do their stuff nonstop, and UB Face saying, "No, I don't think you can do that."
You're right, exactly.
I'm not so sure I want you to be doing that right now.
Mike with a 4th forest of a different different printing.
Not white border, different printing.
I love those 8th or was it 7th edition? Like the white border, but the
lands,
mortar modern-ish frame. Yeah,
they're beautiful looking.
I love
like
the
old
border.
lands. I like the old land he just played, but I mean the fact that it's not white border. Come on, man.
I mean, I like. What basics do you usually run?
I was actually talking to Cassidy.
Oh my god!
Very recently, him and I were having a debate about what are the best basics you should be playing. I have a lot of love for Onslaught basics. I think most of the Onslaught basics are very good.
Yeah.
But if you want white border, I mean, yeah, you have to play, what, the 8th edition, I think, or most of the whiteboarder.
8th edition, yeah. I mean, you could go, like, revised. Because revised has, like, the original art, which, nice little... I don't know.
Yeah, but I know I'm a fan of whiteboarded lands. I have my Altertron Pauper deck is almost all whiteboarder lands. I've got the whiteboarder Tron lands. The only thing that's not whiteboarder is Conduit Pylons, because they haven't printed it in whiteboarder.
Hey, Mystery Booster 3. There we go.
We'll get there eventually. All right, it looks like we are resolving the tutor. I'm not so sure what he's grabbed there.
Yeah. Vivian's Grizzly, maybe?
Yeah.
Actually, hold up. We can pull up the Mox field on here. Yeah,
but he resolved his tutor, just passing back.
Mm-hmm.
And
again,
another Kraken
John
in
just
the air.
chipping in.
Yeah. I think he's pretty comfortable here, especially.
Yes.
I think this is a
okay.
great
Here we
matchup
go.
For him.
This is good. Another big tutor. One thing I had going back to the Reaping the Graves that Mike, he didn't know quite what to get for his third creature. He does have a Generous Scent in the graveyard. He forced Cycle earlier, and that does have Reach.
Yes,
which is good in here.
Yeah, and he can make a lot of mana, so
yeah.
I don't think it would be a bad idea.
I don't think so either. I mean, it comes with the food as well.
We do know there's only one Reaping the Graves in the deck list, so
I mean,
I don't know if he has a way to buy it back,
yeah.
but
here, let's change
he does play 3 Generous Scent, so if he can find another Generous Scent and resolve it, he'll at least be able to keep himself alive with Reach.
Yeah, but I think resolving it, that's when it gets tricky. And it looks like that is a Vivian's Grizzly.
Yep.
4 mana, look at the top card of your library. Okay,
yeah, so this is so that he can
allows you to draw your deck.
Yeah.
when you have the combo off.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have quite the board state here,
to say the least.
About 1 million creatures in play.
Yeah.
I can't tell if a single one of them has Reach.
I don't think
Jaspera Sentinel has Reach, but I don't think he wants to block with it.
It does. Yeah. I mean,
if he wants to trade with a Sneaky Snacker, but again, it's just going to come right back.
Lorien Revealed. We've got Island. Okay, Brainstorm.
Not too bad. Yeah, so just refilling the grip here for him.
Another.
Yeah, Jaspera Sentinel's just going to use the Sneaky Snacker.
Trade.
That's not a terrible idea.
Like it's 7.
We do know that he can buy it back on the end of his turn because we saw him draw a Brainstorm there.
That is true, yeah. I think John's hand is Brainstorm, Island, and then maybe a Counterspell.
Maybe, yeah. It's looking pretty good for him. Leading the Stampede.
Yep, and there's that Counterspell.
Yeah,
okay.
I think that was the right play. I don't think you want to give him the option to dig. He has 1 card in his hand. He's not in a great spot here. He's got a ton of mana.
Yeah.
22
mana.
This guy's rich.
Oh, he's transmuting?
Transmuting. What will we find this time?
Oh my gosh, is it over?
I don't know if it's over.
It doesn't have a payoff.
Does he have a Freed from the Real still in the deck?
I don't think he ever fetched it.
Okay, so Freed from the Real is still in the deck, but
yeah.
what can he do from here? He doesn't have a way to dig through his deck, no?
He might be getting... Oh, looks like another Shield Wall?
Oh.
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 Oh. What was that little...
It's just this guy.
He's thinking about the...
It can target anything, right?
Yep. 8 generic, 3 damage anywhere.
Okay, yeah. So maybe he's just trying to clear out...
Planeswalkers.
The elusive common Planeswalkers.
Hey, MH4.
I think he might just be trying to clear out the battlefield. Prevent himself from dying. I mean, it's an unfortunate position to be in. If he can make enough mana, he can just blow up some of the flyers.
I mean, currently, let's see. That Vector Glider is a is it 2/3 or 3/2? I always forget. I think it's.
I believe it's a 2/3.
It's a 2/3. Yeah, right. Because it doesn't die to Breath Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Another Lorien Revealed.
Notably, are we seeing a lot of Breath Weapon now that we've got 1 Breath Weapon? I'm looking for how the sideboards have changed.
Sure.
Not seeing a whole lot of Breath Weapon in the sideboards.
I mean, just honestly, not a whole lot of red in.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have Bill playing Is It Scred, so we do have breath weapons there. And yeah, Cassidy also with Fogtrod. All right, what's happening here? John just trying to kill him dead.
Yeah, trying to put pressure on. Yeah, he's got him down. Yeah.
Now,
I mean,
if you're John, do you? Yeah, okay. I was about to ask, do you fire off this Lorien here?
I think you do.
I think you have to.
You've got him down to 3. He's got nothing in hand, so he's
nothing.
He's kind of got to, run some good top decks here to get out of this.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to make him have.
Got to make him have it.
A ton of mana, or just have it. Have the freed from the rail off the top.
I'm not exactly sure how much. I wonder if Mike can generate enough mana to just clear the board with the Valakut Invoker.
That's a good question. He has 1, 2, 3, 4.
At least
he has 4 defenders, I believe, because one of the cards that's glared out is an Elvish Mystic.
Right.
2 Ninja of the Deep Hours on the top. Don't need those right now. Not very important right now.
I mean, okay. Land, deep analysis. Oh, rough.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was looking for a counter spell of some sort here, right?
Yes. I mean, even, no, Spell Pierce isn't really doing much.
No. Yeah, I mean, I think he's in an okay position as long as Mike doesn't have it right off the top, right?
Who knows?
If Mike has it right off the top,
if Mike has it, then
we're in a bit of a tough spot.
It's over. Like, this is Mike's last turn.
Mm-hmm.
John's tapped out. He has kind of free reign to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if he can generate enough mana, if he can kill,
he needs to kill 3.
If he can kill 3,
he
if
needs to kill 4 creatures. He has to kill at least 4 creatures, right? He has no more
only needs
reachers.
to kill 3 because he's at 3, right? If you can keep it, John swings in for 2.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Away.
That's so huge. I mean, that was off the top. Okay. It's like naming land.
Yeah. Yeah, I needed this forest.
Oh, wow. This is... So your shield wall fetches something into your hand.
Yeah. Can shield wall fetch any reachers?
Well, my question was, can shield wall fetch the drift?
Shield wall only finds creatures with defender, right?
Yeah, I believe Drift of Phantasms
Drift has defender?
I believe so.
Well, this just got a lot more interesting.
Oh
my god, it does.
Yeah, it's a 0/5 defender.
Well then. There might be a chance. The thing is, I'm not sure if he has enough mana.
Oh, he has Kyrian Rangers. He has the...
true. He can untap. Yeah.
Oh my god.
He might have found a way. This is some beautiful magic.
We'll see.
Here.
We'll see.
This is what's so awesome about Pauper, is that you can do stuff like this and it works.
Yeah.
That's what's awesome.
Oh, that's another at the bottom there. That's another Axebane Guardian.
Okay. Yeah.
I think this is over.
Yeah,
I
think
that
might be it. I didn't know that was just a bunch more mana hiding.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's looking like it might be over.
Is that
what
the
we found here? That's Galvanic Alchemist.
What the heck?
Oh, it has the...
it's like soul bonded.
The same text, yeah.
Sure.
Effectively the same text as Freed from the Rail. Just slightly worse, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, each of them get pay 3, untap this creature, but as long as your Axebane Guardian is making more than 3 mana, you're golden.
Mike is untapping loads of creatures with these Kyrian Rangers, putting in that Galvanic Alchemist, soul bonding them.
This is game.
Generates infinite mana.
Kill ya.
Oh my goodness.
GG, just like that. Wow.
Wow.
That was a beautifully played game by the Blue-Black Fairies.
Yeah, that was so crazy.
Crumbled by a top deck winding.
Oh, top deck. Oh. And see, you're not gonna get that in modern. You're not gonna get that in legacy.
What?
You might get it in standard because I like standard
or something. That's cringe. That thing's a mythic.
Pauper, we're about top decks. We're about getting every little bit of advantage from every single card.
Yeah.
All right, this is the most skill-tested format of all
You've gotta
time.
earn your wins in Pauper.
Exactly.
You're playing 2-cent garbage cards. You've got to earn your wins.
I do think
That was a great game.
Oh my god, that was so fun. Yeah. I'm gonna go just tilt this light really quick.
Yeah.
So
we get like 3 more of those.
Minimum, we get 2 more.
So for those of you who don't know, all rounds today are best of 5. So yeah, we're gonna do. I believe it's the first 2 or 3 games are unsideboarded. I'm no expert at this. I think it's the first 2 games. I'll have to ask Chris when he comes back. But wow, what a great game that was. And we're back.
Yeah. Hopefully the glare's a little better
Should be better.
or worse.
Or
What's
worse.
the word?
Who knows?
Yeah, and if there's anything, if the audio's off, if the video looks terrible,
Yeah, you can.
we are looking at Twitch chat.
You
so.
can yell at us in the Twitch chat.
Yeah.
If you want, that's
If you
fine.
complain, I will time you out, but I
Yeah.
appreciate the criticism.
You can say mean things about Chris, but not me. Okay. Thank
That's
you.
fine. I can take it. I mean,
I mean, I can't.
I
But
can,
I can't handle it. But
but I can take it. I mean, I can, just kind of get it all pent up until I have therapy on Thursday.
that's good enough. Yeah. That's what happens, right? You lose at Pauper on Tuesday. You hold it in until therapy on Thursday.
Oh, of course.
You
That's
let
all
it-
I talk about.
Yeah.
My
But-
therapist is like, "Why do you play this game?" I'm like, "You don't understand."
I don't understand. I love it.
I love him.
I was talking when you walked away, very uninformed. It's first 3 games unsideboarded? Or
First 2. Yeah, so it's
Okay.
best of 5. The
Yeah.
first 2 are unsideboarded.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell for the folks at home, I'm not a professional Magic player, so.
Yeah, neither am I. That's why we're commentating. That's why we're not playing.
That's why we're here. We both play in this Pauper League, but here we are, commentating and not playing.
Oh man.
So I think for John, I mean, it's got to be a little rough because that was a pretty well played game. I mean, I think he got unlucky not finding the counterspells when he needed it, but
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I agree. He played it as well as he could,
Yeah.
but the Magic God said,
not today.
no.
Yeah. So yeah, I think he's just hoping for.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe closing the game out a little bit quicker might be one of the better
That's
ways for him
interesting.
here, because if you can, it's a tempo deck, right? So you want to have
Right.
you want to have the answers when you can, and then close out the game as you run out of answers, right? So-
Right, yeah, exactly.
I mean, he got extremely close. He got him down to 3. So
Yeah, I mean, maybe an argument could be made for being a little more aggressive. I mean, he had a sneaky snacker in hand for like
Yeah.
a few turns.
I think he didn't he wasn't attacking with his Spellstutter sprites because the Jaspera Sentinel just stops them in the tracks, right? Jaspera Sentinel's a 1/2.
Right.
So-
Yeah.
I think he was attacking with everything he could. attack
Yeah.
With.
But I think he's also swinging with the sneaky snacker.
Yeah.
Right. And I think at a certain point you go, okay, well I just have to let these
Yeah.
1/1s through. I just you have to start thinking short term.
Yeah.
Once you're below 10 life or so, and you have a board presence like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a very unfortunate hand here for John. It looks like 1 land, 2 snuff outs.
1 land and a brainstorm.
Yeah. I guess 1 land and a
But-
brainstorm isn't terrible, but I'm not. Oh, he's keeping it.
He's
All
keeping,
right.
okay, looks like both players keeping 6s.
Or is he not? Okay.
I mean, honestly, I
Deciding
don't.
on whether he wants to keep the Gurmag Angler or the Sneaky Snacker.
I think binning the sneaky
Yeah.
snacker in this case is pretty
Seems
good.
reasonable. Yeah.
You have snuff outs and you have brainstorm. Your graveyard's going to fill up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Leading off with the landscape. Okay. It's kind of unfortunate. Sometimes you wish you had like a blue, like a normal blue source, so you can brainstorm
You can
and
brainstorm
then
turn 1, yeah.
well, not just brainstorm turn 1, but brainstorm and then crack that
Yeah,
fetch
yeah.
land. In case your brainstorm sucks, it's
Interesting choice. Okay, yeah. So
He just wants to have the snuff
yeah,
out
we wanna
online
have the
as
snuff outs
quickly as
online.
possible.
Yeah, that's a tough situation because you want to be able to resolve your brainstorm, but you don't want to lose on like turn 3.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
having done nothing the entire
John's
game,
starting this
so-
game at 12.
Yeah,
Essentially,
so,
with,
yeah.
with what his opening hand is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it looks like he has a cast down in hand as well. So he's got 3 removal
Amazing.
spells. He's
Yeah.
kinda in a great spot as far as removal.
Oh man.
Terrible as far as you
Go.
know building out his board state. This is a rough spot for him.
Yeah. This is. I mean,
It looks like neither of them have a second land to play though, so we're really gaming here.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Forza Will.
Oh, never
Okie dokie.
mind.
All right.
The land was pretending to be a creature. Yeah, so this is a bit of a rough one for John to start.
Definitely.
Hopefully we're finding some lands off the top here soon. Otherwise, we might be moving to the sideboard very, very quickly.
Yeah. I mean, I sure hope not. Although I do feel like most board, I think, does go into John's favor.
Yeah, I think so as well. He's got, I mean, this deck is designed to be extremely good.
Glare
at
is
disrupting
still
counters.
bad.
If you want to go try and fix it.
It's fine. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
We can just tell everyone to take the sleeves off their cards.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. No more glare.
2001 Pro Tour, like.
Sorry, you have to play unsleeved.
Yeah.
I don't care if your cards are nice.
I think if I just move the light
Some
back,
very
it'll be
unfortunate
fine.
rips off the top here for John.
Does he have to move to discard?
He's it looks like 7 in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4.
6,
Yeah, 7 in
7,
hand.
yeah.
So
I mean, do you just like start ripping stuff out? It's like now.
I mean, I wouldn't hate snuffing out a Kyrian Ranger here just to kind of get it rolling, right? It
Yeah.
slows him down a little bit.
Yep.
You don't want
There
him.
we go.
You don't want him like responding on his turn.
John going to 16.
Yeah, I think it's a tough
X-Bang.
decision to make whether or not you are going to fetch for the swamp or the island there. I mean,
Yeah.
there's an argument that
Land.
uh,
Oh man.
this is a tough one.
I mean, at this point though, even if you fetched an island to brainstorm, like
He wouldn't have found
he
anything.
wouldn't have
yeah.
found anything.
Yeah, we've seen 3
And there we
cards.
go,
and
we're-
none-
we're at
none of them
12.
were lands. So
I mean, if he rips another snuff out, he's
yeah.
you know.
The thing is, if you
The
draw,
optimism is each one of these snuff outs is one step closer to a Gerback Angler.
yeah.
He's
If he
fetching.
draws an island here, he has to wait to cast down, right? So he may not even get to brainstorm, because I think he has to wait
yeah.
to cast down to respond. He's kind of up against it here.
I don't know. Okay. I
Okay,
think
we found a
we have
land.
found a land.
Not
It's
the best
tapped.
one, but yeah, I think Michael knows he might have gotten away with one here.
I'm inclined to agree with you. Okay.
No
and
combo yet.
Another. Oh no, he's just playing the Acting Guardian that we saw
Yeah.
last turn. Okay, we have a Sneaky Snacker, we have Brainstorm.
Yeah.
You have, I believe it's an Eviscerator's Insight as well. You can get rid of one and, you know, I don't think that's really the move.
the tough decision here is, do you rip off the brainstorm to try and get more answers in your hand? If you brainstorm and you find an untapped land, you can have the cast down still ready.
Yes.
If you brainstorm and you find nothing, you're leaving it open for the next
Yeah.
turn. So it's a very difficult situation.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Cast down, all right.
Yeah.
I don't hate that.
I fuck with that.
You've just gotta try and not die.
I mean,
that's kind of
yeah.
where he is. I cannot tell what the last blue card in his hand is. If it's the combo piece, this is GG, I think.
Okay, 5 mana.
Oh, he's venturing into the dungeon, I believe.
Oh my goodness.
I believe we have just ventured into the dungeon.
Yeah, that's going to be the secret door.
Yeah, the secret door.
Yep.
All right. So he's in Lost Mine, right? Lost Mine is the one where you can make your opponent lose life, I believe.
Yeah,
so
I
the-
think so. That sounds
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
The combo for entering into the dungeon is, I don't remember which one. I believe it's the Lost Mine. When you enter the dungeon, or at some point in the dungeon, you siphon a life from your opponent.
Interesting.
And so
Okay. You just go through it infinitely.
Yeah, and so
Yep.
it's instead of paying 8 mana to ping your opponent for 3, you pay 5 to go into the dungeon a billion times.
Right.
To loop through it until you kill your opponent.
Which I think is a good, it allows him to get the benefits of going through the dungeon at this point, right? He can't generate infinite mana. He can generate a lot of mana.
Yeah.
And again, we were joking, but yeah, Pauper, you do really have to kind of squeeze every little bit out of your cards.
You gotta get what you can out of it.
One of those. Okay, the Modern Age. I like that here. Modern Age. So, step 1 of this saga is draw, discard. Probably going to, there we go. And a pass. Oh man.
Quite a bit of unfortunate variance here for John. He's not finding any lands in the top 6 cards.
Doesn't seem like thankfully that Mike is ripping anything off the top either.
It's looking like Mike is also kind of stalled, so
yeah,
we might just see more venturing into the dungeon. It looks like at least 1 blue card in hand, and I think it's another.
It might be the Drift.
Yeah, another tutor.
Okay, yeah, Shield Wall Sentinel. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
I haven't played this deck, but I played against it like 2 times. So when I remember a card name just off the art, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. When I first started like thinking about getting into Pauper, one of my friends that I play Magic with proxied this up.
Okay, there you go.
I was like, you had the proxy up, like the most annoying combo.
Right? Yeah. The last room also draws your deck, so you can just find the Invoker as well. Okay, gotcha.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the middle room drains for 1. Thank you, Dipper. All right. Do you fire off another Modern Age here? Oh, okay.
Arash said not the good dungeon. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I
it
feel
seems
like
we're not in the good dungeon. We're just in a value dungeon.
Sure. I think also there may be other decks where if you go through them infinitely, you might you end up decking yourself or something like that.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, probably not actually, because you only have to go through it like 20 times at the most.
Leading off on Brainstorm here. He has a Lorien revealed in hand. This is getting crazy. I think what he wants to do is I think he wants to shuffle some things away with the Lorien revealed. I think that's the goal here.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if he remembers. This is going to be a
just try and reset his hand a little bit.
Yeah, well, this is a comp REL event, so we'll see if he remembers his Sneaky Snacker trigger.
Does he remember Sneaky Snacker? He did.
Okay.
This guy's a genius.
Those are my Sneaky Snackers.
Did you what?
Yeah, they actually
If he wins the event, he owes you the trophy. That's
or at least
your Sneaky Snackers.
1/15 of it.
1/15.
Yeah.
Cut the playmat.
Oh, wait, not even that. Yeah.
Cut the playmat.
Actually, Jen gave me one. It was just very nice of them.
Okay. Yeah.
Good mag. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Unless he really wants those cards on top, I think he could have.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think he could have island cycled.
Yeah.
Get a land.
I'm a weaker person. I would have.
Yeah.
I would have island cycled.
Yeah.
But Michael isn't really showing any signs of having anything.
Yeah. I think he's in an okay spot right
now. Yeah, maybe not.
It looks like he might have it in his hand.
Oops.
I believe that's the transmute spell in his hand, so.
Yeah. Oh, okay, playing the Overgrown Battlement.
Interesting.
Oh, shit. What's happening here? Oh, you're 20 minutes away?
Yeah, that was me letting you know I'm 20 minutes away. I figured you were busy.
Okay, what's happening here?
It looks like we're doing some thinking.
I think still.
Yeah.
Play the Overgrown Battlement, which does what? Okay, it just generates a lot of green mana.
A crap ton of mana. So
I think Mike he's kind of setting up a turn where he's able to just generate a bunch of mana, do whatever he needs to with the dungeon in order to dig or just just put John in like some sort of situation.
Yeah, I mean, right now he can make, what's that, 6 blue mana here. So, venture into the dungeon if he wants.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8. Yeah, it looks like he can make 8 total mana currently on board without his land. So 11 mana, he could venture into the dungeon twice if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Basically, just up to what he wants to do. I mean, he's definitely in the driver's seat. If we had an advantage bar, it would be fully in Michael's favor.
I'm inclined to agree.
Okay, we're gonna transmute.
There's the drift.
Yeah.
And I think we may be.
I think this may be game 3.
Going to sideboards.
Yeah. Finding another one.
What?
Unsure. Maybe he wants to Reaping the Graves? Perhaps that's the idea here. He gets Reaping the Graves.
That's very interesting.
Very interesting, yeah.
He's cast one spell this turn? He's cast the battlements.
He's cast the battlements and then transmuted twice. I don't believe transmute is a spell. It's just it's an ability, right?
Correct.
So
yeah. So yeah, Stormcrown's just doing. He's getting both of them back into his hand. I think this does kind of qualifies just to what we were just talking about. You want to just put John in a situation, and this is that situation.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it, right? He has both transmute spells in hand now, and I mean, I think that plays around Snuff Out too, right? He knows that if he goes and finds Freed from the Real, casts it, his creature gets snuffed out. He doesn't get to go off, and so he can kind of guarantee himself a combo here.
Yeah,
he can transmute to find both of the combo pieces, right? The Freed from the Real and the Alchemist.
It's also possible that he's waiting for just that Overgrown Battlement to just not be summoning sick next turn.
Yep. Make a bunch of mana.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's looking like Michael is set up to win on his next turn, assuming John has nothing to say about it.
Yep. John Trottel.
He drew a land after island cycling, so...
Granted, it is a tapped land, so I think, I'll still be happy to have the land drop next turn. Flipping the
I don't see
Modern
any
Age.
removal, right? Unexpected Fangs isn't removal, it just gives a creature Death Touch or something, I believe.
That sounds right. I think it's like Death Touch Lifelink.
Mm-hmm. Something along those lines.
I think. Let's see. Opening up Moxfield. Okay, interesting. I think you're right. It looks like he's what is scrying? Oh, Fairy Seer. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Unexpected Fangs is just a 1/1 counter lifelink, so not really doing anything for him here.
Interesting. 1/1 lifelink. Why do they play that?
I think it's for, I don't know, red decks? I don't know.
Why don't you do toxin analysis? I like toxin analysis.
I mean,
better.
you can make your Gurmag Angler a 6/6 and then gain 6 life off of it.
Oh, maybe it's like a favorable trade against like a Tolarian Terror or something.
Seems pretty tight. Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, sure.
I think there's probably a reason they play literally exactly one.
There's that.
I don't think it's the best card in their deck. Probably not a card he's very much loving to see in this matchup.
No. Swinging with it. No, okay.
No. Attacking with a defender. Yeah, it looks like he's making 7 mana, right?
Transmuting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana?
6 mana.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Again, nice big chunky dice there. Love to see it.
Thank you, Burger Tokens.
Burger Tokens, yeah.
Not a sponsor, just cool
They
people.
make these
Isn't that what they say on like Shuffle?
Yeah, that's exactly what they say. It's like verbatim. You got the cadence and everything. No, they make these cool. I don't know why I'm like shilling for this company.
Dude, you have to show for the people that give you free stuff.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
Anybody who's ever given you something
they make
for
these
free.
little like, it's like a reusable like booster pack for my cube.
Ooh, those are nice.
Yeah,
I've seen those before.
Okay, yeah, using 3 mana.
And this is looking like it might be over. Brainstorm.
Okay,
Pray to find a Snuff Out.
Oh,
I don't think that's going to do it. I think
found his lands.
He found his lands, which he was praying for. But I think this is going to be game here. Right, he has the second transmute. He has the second transmute spell in hand, so he can transmute for do a bunch of damage to your creature.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's kind of just going through.
Oh, no, that's the Galvanic Alchemist. So.
Yeah, but he has the transmute spell in hand, so he can make infinite mana transmute.
Well, I think he just chose to go through the dungeon.
Oh, okay, yeah, that also works.
11 times.
11 times.
Yeah.
All
right. So let's
talk sideboards.
Let's talk sideboards. Yeah. Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Beautiful. This guy's a professional.
You know what? Let's get. Oh no, not that one! Not that one! Not that one!
Not us. Don't look at me.
There we go. Okay. Hey, I like the. I don't know. I put a lot of effort into this.
You did a great job.
I just wanted to show off all my overlays.
We're all proud of you. So, I mean, I don't think he goes up duress in this match because almost none of it gets hit by duress, right? Most of it is creatures. So
Snuff out easily coming
sure.
in. Honestly, I could see Steel Sabotage because you can counter the Steel Wall Sentinel, Shield Wall Sentinel.
Yeah.
Spellbomb maybe.
Arms of Hadar is
minus
two, so it doesn't hit most of the creatures. I don't think they all have like 3 toughness.
Again, I could also see in the null.
Yeah, because you have
the Free from the Rail, which is an enchantment, and you also have the Shield Wall Sentinels.
Yeah.
What is he taking out?
I mean, I don't think you care about Unexpected Fangs, basically at all.
That's I think Spell Pierce is out.
Yeah, the one of
Dispel is
probably out. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what 1 for Fangs, 2 for the Spell Pierce, 1 on the Dispels. That's 4.
Yeah. I think you probably go up a Snuff Out, a Steel Sabotage, and a Null maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to bring in all of them because again, they can win the game. If you have a Null in hand, they can win the game through the Null if they choose to go for the creature.
I think John can also take out the Extracted Confession. It's going to be sorcery, speed, edict effect. And I think, if we look at Mike's deck list, right? Nah, wrong Mike. Ooh.
White Weenie.
Oh, man.
That would be a fun one.
Yeah, I mean, all the crucial things are all 3 drops, right? So, or if he has a Shield Wall Sentinel out, then... Yeah, because the way Extracted Confession works is if you collect evidence 6, you have to sacrifice the thing with the highest mana value.
Which would hit
what? A Generous End, a Shield Wall Sentinel, nothing that matters. Yeah. So yeah, I think that comes out.
The perk of everything being basically 3 mana doesn't really do a whole lot for them. So yeah, I think John's sideboard here is not great for this matchup because again, Duress doesn't really do anything. Blue Elemental Blast is not hitting, I think, a single spell, except for the
Valak Invoker. But again,
he can win like 3 different ways.
It's not happening.
I think you have in general a good matchup into this deck.
Yes.
By default.
Do you put in a Spellbomb?
I think it was a little unfortunate place.
Oh, definitely.
The Spellbomb would be interesting. I don't know, because he did use Reaping the Graves twice.
Yeah.
Right? Both games that he won, he used Reaping the Graves. But I don't know how much he needs Reaping the Graves, right?
That's a good point. He
needs it if he gets all of his stuff countered, right? Like in the first game, a bunch of stuff was getting countered. So he needed to Reaping the Graves to buy back his stuff to be able to
correct
out with the combo.
Yeah.
So
which, well, let's go take a look at Michael's sideboard. And
I mean, Tamiyo's safekeeping. That's in there for sure.
Definitely. Right? I think I could see the Obsidian Acolyte doing a little bit of work. Protection from black, That Scattershot Archer, though, is going to put in the most work. That's definitely, end of game 1, I know, Mike's sitting there going, God, I need that Archer.
Yeah.
Because I believe it is you tap it to deal 1 damage to everything with flying. Is that correct?
Something along those lines, I believe. Yep.
We have 4 of the same tab open.
No,
okay.
That's fine.
Scattershot Archer. You're gonna be down here, tap it to deal 1 damage to each creature with flying. So yeah, I mean, if you're
mean,
playing against fairies,
probably not a bad spot to be in.
not at all.
Because I mean, it would also draw removal, right? Because they don't want all their fairies to be killed, right? In
Right,
general,
yeah.
It might draw a piece of removal, so it could be nice to have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate Mirror Shell Crab as a bring-in because it
What
just gives you
ability are you targeting?
I mean, you can counter a Snuff Out, no? Speller ability, right?
Oh, does that say spell?
So, I mean, I wouldn't hate it.
I don't know why I thought it was like just stifle.
Just Stifle, yeah.
No,
it's the
that's
counter
actually
crab.
that dang. See, now I'm like, why am I not playing Mirror Shell Crab?
Yeah.
But
So the crab, I could see the crab coming in. I think definitely Tamiyo's Safekeeping comes in.
yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, what do these other cards?
It's hard to take things
do?
out in a combo deck, though. What do you take out?
Oh, right. You have to
What do
take cards out
What
in
do
a
you take out?
Oh, goodness.
I mean, I could see going down like some number of Lead and Winding Way.
I think you could take out the Tuk Tuk Rebel for it. I don't think haste
Yeah, I don't
is
know if you
too
can.
much of a issue there.
Yeah, it's tough. Crashing. I mean,
Maybe the
Yeah,
drawbridge.
maybe crashing drawbridge.
And honestly, maybe just some of these like cheaper mana dorks. Maybe
Yeah.
take out Elvish Mystic.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't hate it. It's just difficult because you wanna have your ramp.
yeah.
I don't know. It's
But again,
so,
it's going to be.
it's so hard sideboarding in a combo deck.
Oh my god, it's kind of miserable. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine some number of Tamiyo Safekeepings come in.
Oh, those Standard Bearer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that seems good.
yeah,
That
yeah,
seems
Standard
good.
Bearer.
That seems good.
I feel like, at least in like the local meta, not a ton of people were playing like the standard, like the flag bearers,
Mhm.
like Standard Bearer, or the 4-mana one.
Yeah, the 4-mana one that's
You know,
in
the 4-mana one.
the 4-mana one that's in the Tron deck.
Right. I don't want you guys looking at my face anymore. I'm self-conscious.
I should know what that card is because Coalition Honor Guard.
Coalition Honor Guard. There we go. We got there.
I bought those for Cassidy. he was like, hey, are you buying stuff?
Buy me
Okay.
these, please.
But
Yeah,
so
and then
Standard Bearer probably.
yeah, I feel like once people kind of realized with the lizard combo
Mhm.
that is a target creature, not target creature you control.
Yeah,
For the Sadistic Glee, people were like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Like, this rips.
This rips.
And then people just kind of realized, oh, these are like really good cards.
Yeah, and I mean everybody's playing Snuff Out too.
Yes.
At least in that meta, everyone's
Yeah.
playing Snuff Out. I think it's still kind of played. I think it's funny that the Fairy Macabre got keyframed out on its border.
Yeah. Yes.
That's pretty good.
All right. It looks like we're getting pretty close to.
This is an open deck list event, right? So they can see.
They're actually both cheating.
Oh, actually, they're just cheating on
They're
camera.
just cheating. All right.
All right, so it seems like they're done sideboarding. They probably made a million different decisions than what we talked about because they're the better Magic players than we are, but we'll see how it goes.
All right. Sorry, I'm just.
Texting on the job.
Yeah, of course. All right.
So my hopes for this round
Mhm.
is that we go the full 5 games.
That would be kind
That
of
would be
sick.
fun.
That would be
That would
kind
be
of sick.
fun.
I mean, hey, more Magic means more ad revenue. No, I'm
Yeah, more-
kidding.
yeah. The ripping ad revenue that we're
Oh,
getting in from
yeah.
the stream. Chris is paying me $1,000 appearance fee, so we need to make all
Yes.
that money back.
Yeah.
Chris messaged me this morning. He said,
And you're nobody. Imagine how much I'm paying
Yeah.
Jesse Robkin.
I know.
No, kidding.
He said, "Hey, the Pauper community demanded you show up and commentate their matches."
Yeah. Although if you do want lunch, lunch is on me. I appreciate you doing
no,
this.
No.
All right. John with 4 cards in his hand, and now the other 3.
Some wonderful commentary here. 3 islands and a snuff out.
Magic the Gathering.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Michael's hand is awkward as well. He had a forest and a Reaping the Graves and a bunch of green cards. I don't think you want that.
Yeah. So he did keep in the Reaping the Graves. I mean, I don't think there was. I didn't think there was any way that
I
he
don't think Reaping the
takes
Graves
it
is
out.
coming out against this deck. I think this deck and decks like it are probably the exact reason you play Reaping the Graves. You want to be able to buy back all of your stuff.
Yeah. Now, obviously, like, whenever you lose and you're trying to make an excuse, you always say, but, like, I had to mull to 5.
Yeah, but I had the mull to 5.
With these decks, are you scared of mulling to 5?
I don't think so.
I don't think so
in a deck
either.
where you play
Lorien Revealed,
and
Winding
Brainstorm,
Way.
Yeah.
For both of these players.
Both of them, I think, are okay with a mull to 6, mull to 5.
Yeah.
Once you get below that, it's like, this is not a Magic game anymore.
Right, yeah. At that point, you're like, it's Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, this sucks.
You're like, I better have 4 of my combo pieces, and that's it.
Yeah. This is looking like a keepable hand from John, in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, turn 1...
I would bottom the Snacker, I think, but I'm not a
agree,
professional.
Yeah, I think I'm turn 1... Are you brainstorming, or are you Lorien Revealing?
I think turn 1 Brainstorm, because then
Interesting.
If you find stuff you don't want, you can shuffle it away.
That's fair. Okay.
You can stack it so that you draw the 1 card you want, shuffle stuff away with Lorien Revealed. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
That's my thought process. Oh, he's shipping it.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay.
Wow.
And this is why he's in the top 8 and we're not.
Do you watch any like Andre Mengucci videos?
A little bit. Yeah.
Wow.
You mean videos?
Videos. Hello everyone. Welcome.
He's gonna sue you, dude.
No.
You're stealing his flow.
Mangu, if you're watching.
Yeah, Mengu, if you're one of the 35 people
Every Tuesday. Welcome to another Pauper video.
Yeah, so going down to 5 here for John, I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
I feel like I would have kept
I think
the
the last
6.
one was keepable, but okay, this is good. This is good. Yeah, he's gonna be. Those Modern Ages is gonna be. Oh, he's binning a Modern Age. I don't know if I like that. I think I like bin a land.
I don't hate bin a Modern Age, bin a land, but
that's fair. Yeah, I liked the idea of keeping both of the Modern Ages because one,
just getting a lot of looking through your deck.
Right,
is
you look
nice.
through your deck, and then within a few turns, you have
Make
threats.
some dudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't hate it. I feel like on the play though, it's not a terrible idea.
Fair, yeah.
Turn 1 Defender creature. It's GG. That's it. It's over.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you. This is it.
27 viewers. Thanks everyone for
Thank you guys for stopping by.
stopping by.
Yeah, I
should like post.
Yeah,
But
I'm
it's fine.
agreeing with you here, Rosh. That 6 looked good, but you know.
Yeah, he's gonna look at a lot of cards. It's fine.
Yeah.
Kyrian Major coming down. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Devalue.
Very good. Very, very good.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
it keeps
disgusting.
going. Classic. Oh, hello.
That was
Nice to meet you, Secret Door.
That was some disgusting gameplay. 3 defenders.
Gonna draw.
I don't think he hates these spell stutter sprites though.
I would not
They're
either.
looking pretty good to me.
Land for turn.
Yeah, I will say I think the downside.
This is great. I like this a lot.
I will think the downside of going down to 5 is that now he's just sitting on spell stutter sprites and brainstorms. He's not really. He's not a lot going. Not got a lot going on.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, do you go double sprite here? Because it's not like playing 2.
I don't think he has enough mana for that one.
Here comes the hand that is just the dump. But it looks like Michael's hand is just dorks.
Just a bunch of dorks.
It's just a bunch of dorks.
Well, the thing is, with these bunch of dorks, as soon as he finds something, he's off to the races.
I mean, do you keep one in hand? Wrath of God. All right.
He's
Michael with nothing in hand.
Hellbent with about 1 trillion mana. I mean, the thing is, he can just start going into the dungeon, right?
Yes.
He might not have anything to do right now, but he can just start going into the dungeon.
How do you feel about this fetching before your brainstorm? I don't like that.
I think the idea.
I brainstorm
into
here.
Fetch. But the thing is,
I don't know.
he only has like.
You only have like 3 cards in
he has,
hand.
like, 2 or 3
Anything
cards
you
in
draw
hand,
is going to
it's
be
rough.
good. That's fair.
It's a bit of an
Is
interesting.
that I think that's my landscape as well, actually.
Okay, yeah.
I gave him
So he owes you even more of the playmat.
right, yeah. This is a 5 out of 75.
I will say the 1 forest dump your entire hand from walls combo is pretty sick.
Honestly,
I do like that a
it is
lot.
kind of cool.
And that's why Carrion Ranger is good.
All right, drawing cards upside down. Jervy.
He figured it out. I mean,
Oh,
this is awkward.
We have the ninja.
Yeah.
Put the ninja back. Put Lorian back. Yeah. Oh, that was a lens step.
Okay. Makes more sense, I guess, now.
This is crazy. Because he still had 1 blue open, I
Yeah.
would have considered playing a Spell Stutter Sprite there. Because you're not going to counter anything that's worth 1 mana.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're immediately going to get it back, because he doesn't have anything with reach.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd be able to ninja
Yeah.
off of that Spell Stutter Sprite. I don't know.
Spell Stutter Sprite costs 2 mana. Just putting that out there.
Anyway.
Not to call you out, but
I'm encouraging him to cheat.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Just goes,
It's looking.
upkeep.
Yeah, it's looking like he can just dungeon a bajillion times here. He's making
91.
no 91 mana.
I mean, he may as well.
I think he's making 10 mana per tap or something, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, he can
6,
make a
7.
hell of a lot more green than blue.
No, he can make. Yeah, he makes 7 per guy, I think.
This is so dumb.
That's a whole lot. Yeah. Yeah, there's 7
Scry
defenders in play and a Kyrian Ranger, so 7 mana per guy tapped, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds about right. So much has happened. Life
So-
totals still at 20.
Yeah, nothing interesting has happened yet with the life totals. So he's digging through the Lost Mine right now.
We're digging. Lost Mine. I mean, let's pull up Lost Mine.
Yeah, let's pull up Lost Mine.
Yeah.
For everyone who isn't a dungeon enjoyer.
The Lost Mines of Phandelver.
This is the actual.
Oh wait!
this is
Oh,
the
wait!
actual-
Wait!
It's the actual D&D wiki Lost Mine.
All right. Lost Mines of Phandelver. MTG. Oh my God! That's my token.
Oh my God.
I made that token. I took that picture. So, wait,
Dude,
you
you're
make
rich.
you make a spawn?
You're all over this place.
This thing makes a spawn? That's no drowsy spawn token. What? What's happening?
I have no idea what's happening. I think he's just representing it some way. I
Is
think
this
it's a treasure.
oh, it's a treasure. Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be a treasure.
I should have brought token. No, I brought like so much equipment.
I'm
I'm like, I
sure-
should have brought this. No, I didn't. That's
I'm
not my
sure
job.
there's a treasure token somewhere.
John did ask me. He was like,
Yeah, so the bottom. Yeah, so if he with infinite mana he can win through this one, right? Because he can loop through. You can loop through and go through Dark Pool every time.
yes, yeah. That's
But
how
I
you.
think
That's how you
right now
do
he's just
it.
looping through to draw cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're looking at sign up to get 5% off at Star City
Star City
Games.
Games, thank
Interesting.
you. I'm just trying to look at the token. Thank you, Star
Yeah,
City
most
Games.
notably, this token's 49 cents. Most
Yeah.
expensive card in the deck.
Yeah.
It's not actually.
If you need a mine token. Yeah, so I think he's just kind of valuing through right now. He has no way to go infinite.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, every time, every 5, 10, every 20 mana, he gets to scry one.
Yeah. Well, you can also draw a card.
Oh, okay.
All the way at the bottom.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I've never lived long enough against a Walls combo player to realize that it draws.
Yeah, so we're getting a Kyrian Ranger spell starter sprited here. So
Spell Starter Sprite, 2 mana.
2 mana, yeah.
2
believe it or
mana.
not.
for the Spell
2 mana
Starter
for a spell starter sprite. Paying full price. Yeah, so he's got a ton of mana right now. He's got 7 mana and 2 treasures,
mana,
it looks like.
So you can go through the dungeon 2 more times, I think.
Just draws a card.
2 more enters or whatever.
Is this deck on? Would they ever play Malevolent Rumble?
I don't think so.
No, it bins too many cards.
Yeah, I think
that's fair.
I think there's an argument that it would be playable because you play Reaping the Graves.
Right, but you
But
only play one
you only
of
play
them,
one
and
Reaping the
you're,
Graves.
you're gonna get
If
your
you-
transmute's already binning stuff.
If you bin your Reaping the Graves, you're gonna cry.
Not
so-
worth it. Not worth it.
Not worth.
All right, and we're shuffling. What would you have played?
What do you mean? If I was here?
Yeah.
Oh, Pact Alter and
Oh,
a
that's
bunch
right.
of
I forgot.
artifacts. I
Trondal.
I am in love with the card Pact Alter.
It's
For those of you at home, you should play that card. It's awesome. It's the best card ever.
How do we? Hold up.
Oh my god, they're making an appearance.
Yeah,
The best card in Pauper.
Pact Altair. Very good card.
The coolest card in Pauper.
Highly recommend. Anyway, back to the action.
Back to the actual game. Some ASMR for those of you.
All right, and yeah, I think you just start swinging.
Yeah, I think you just start beating in. I
Three,
mean,
great.
he can siphon 2 every turn is the problem. At least, right? He has 1 trillion mana.
You're netting one, you know.
Yeah, you're going up.
Um,
Yeah, this is looking like a bit.
I do think John has a counterspell in hand, though.
It's another Spellsetter Sprite, I believe,
Okay.
which is effectively a counter spell.
Sure. What is this? Orochi life?
It's for each creature you control. It's 1 green for each creature you control, I believe.
Oh God.
Just
Reboot
ignore that.
now?
No, it's fine.
This is my work laptop, so.
Your work laptop just said it was gonna die. It said, "Please kill me."
I did say it was sick for this.
Oh no! Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, so it just lets you filter mana.
Okay.
There's one that lets you tap for each creature you control, and that's the Overgrown Battlements. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Mhm.
This is just filter.
Yeah, just filtering.
All right. And I believe we're transmuting again
Yeah,
for the
for another transmute
creature.
It looks like we're probably doing the
Is
same
he
thing we
doing
did
that?
before.
I was just about to say.
Because what he can do with this, right, is
He's setting himself up for an opportunity in
he's-
which John's tapped out in the
Yes.
future.
setting himself up so that he has multiple tutor targets.
Yes, exactly.
In the future, yeah.
Did you know? Can't you stifle a storm trigger?
You can counter one of them. They're all spells.
No.
in the stack.
If you used a mirror shell crab, can't you stifle the storm trigger and
Yes,
then
you
you don't
can.
get the copies?
Yes, you would only get the
Ah.
original spell. Yeah,
I've read the CR
Yeah.
once.
yeah. I can't say that with full confidence, but I'm 90% sure that's how that works.
I think that's how that works.
I'm 90%
yeah.
sure that's how that works.
Oh my god, he has 3 of them?
Yucky. Yeah. There's an argument to be made that like John could counterspell one of the copies of Reaping, so he can't buy them all back. But it's like
At this point, 2 is already redundant.
yeah, it's like do you just save your mana to prevent the combo? But I don't even know if you can do that. right?
Yeah. He's getting
Yeah, I think he's just kind of trying to.
the
I think he's just trying to bait counterspells at this point.
yeah, Vivian's Grizzly.
He's just setting it up so he has a million things. to
Countering
do.
the Vivian's Grizzly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Looks like we're
Is he-
transmuting for another guy. I think this might be GG. I believe there's a Spellsetter Sprite in John's hand, but
Which does not counter the Galvanic Alchemist.
no, because he only has 2. He only has 1 fairy, right? The flying guy's a spirit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Okay, we got a bit of a game now.
Well, the problem is he still has.
Oh
he still
no.
He still has Kyrian Ranger and more mana.
Oh my god, what if he has a snuff out in hand?
Does he have the snuff out? Wow.
Oh,
We have a match.
and Mike gets it in
Wow, Mike gets it in
3.
3. That was an impressive performance from the Walls combo, I must say.
Yeah, Walls combo really kind of showing up. It's kind of brutal for John. Game 2, you know, he's not finding a land there. It was kind of rough, but
Yeah.
2 counterspells.
Not enough.
It's not enough.
Not enough.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I think that-
2025 inflation, man.
The inflation,
2 counterspells
you need
is not
3
enough.
counterspells now? Yeah, I mean, I think
Alright.
this just shows the resilience
seeing
and
our
the
little
power
faces here.
of the. Yeah, I'm leaning in.
You're good.
It shows the power of the Reaping the Graves line that he's been doing, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a good card.
It
It's a good card.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just setting you up
So
here.
yeah, he's able to transmute a few times.
What the? Yeah.
My name is not Charlie.
you're Charlotte now. I'm force femming you.
Damn it. Not again.
I need to set this up for the future anyway. Select color. All right. Oh, you're everywhere. Oh, I've used OBS before.
Yeah.
All right.
We've done this once or twice.
Look.
And
we go.
And we're in there.
All right.
So yeah.
There's that. I mean, here, let's take a look at the bracket for a second. That's not something I...
Can we force anyone to pick up their match and move it under the camera?
Unfortunately,
Get over
no.
here. Get over here.
I think we're just going to go on a short little break.
Okay, yeah. Let's take a look at the
Um,
bracket real quick and then we'll...
Yeah. How can I pull that up? Let's see.
Do we not have the bracket up? Is it in the slideshow?
It's not in the slideshow. I kind of bungled this one. Let's see.
the
How can I
heck?
do this?
We've got nothing. It's
Oh,
GG.
hold up. I can get it. Just give me a second. Ah! Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Bracket. Oh, it's the wrong Google account. I'm panicking. It's okay. Once again, thank you to everyone watching.
Yeah,
everyone
thank you
tuning
guys
in.
for-
Send
thank you guys
this
for tuning
to all your friends.
Yeah, send this to your grandmom. Tell her to subscribe.
we have-
$5 a month.
2 more rounds of best of 5 here. We'll see if we can get you a little bit of an update on some of the other matches that are being played. Please upload. We have 2 laptops. It's like really fancy.
Okay, we really got a professional setup going here.
Starting upload. Great.
Beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
bracket.jpg.
We're in there.
All right. So now, commentary plus cam. Nope. Here? There we go. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so
let's get this out of the
obviously,
way.
Mike, advancing to the semifinals. I still don't have a picture from Ryan. I didn't pester him enough.
He refuses.
I mean, what are your predictions for what's going on here?
Yeah,
I think
so-
Scred takes it over Elves.
I'm going Fogtron. I'm the
Over Weenie?
number one Cassidy fan, so
That's
I'm,
fair.
I'm going Fogtron's gonna take it all.
Yeah, I mean Ryan versus Alex.
I think Blue Black Control and Mono Black Control. I'm rooting for Mono Black Control. I'm pretty sure they play Crypt Rats, and that's a cool card, so I'm rooting Mono Black
Yes.
Control. I'm rooting for Bill on Scred
Yeah.
because he's got two.
Not just Bill. It's
Bill, and he's got 2 exclamation points in his name.
Yeah.
So
you know what? Actually, this is a pretty good opportunity. Just kind of introduce all of our other players. Unfortunately, not everyone's going to have a chance to be on stream. So let's just introduce everyone. So we have Bill.
and of course he's playing elves.
Right. Yeah. So I think definitely some players when they were announced for top 8. For instance, Ryan C. He is our resident elves player.
Yep.
So I think Bill maybe metagamed him a little bit.
I've
there.
lost to him on elves many a times.
He's a great elf player.
Yeah, he's a great elf player.
Fantastic elf player.
I hate elves now because of him.
There we go. Bill's least confident matchup. None.
Elves.
He did bribe everyone to homie scoop to him. So we'll see if he plays a single land even. This,
Yeah. He may have won the second he showed up. We don't know.
hey, who knows? And his fun fact is he's engaged. And
Hi,
Emma,
Emma.
if you're watching, hi.
Hi.
Maybe not from me, but
Yeah,
from
not
Bill,
from us.
on his behalf.
From Bill. I like his picture with the rock. It's pretty awesome.
Yes.
The rock
yeah.
is sick.
Yeah. We have Ryan D. His most confident matchup, Mono White. Unfortunately, not paired against Mono White.
No.
Potentially could be in the semis.
He could be in the
Could
semis,
be in
yeah.
the semis. Least confident matchup is specifically
Specifically Cassidy on
Demir Cassidy.
Demir Cassidy.
Demir Cassidy.
That's an archetype only we have.
Yes. Yeah. Very specific to our local meta. Always picks the light blue shy guy
Which
in Mario
is
Kart.
wrong, but that's fine.
It's wrong because you're playing a version of Mario Kart that you can pick a light blue shy guy.
yeah.
If you're not playing Mario Kart 64, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with that take. But if you're gonna pick Shy Guy,
Okay, you can play Double Dash.
yeah. If you're gonna pick Shy Guy, Light Blue, he just doesn't look as cool.
If I had to go Shy Guy, I think I would go OG Red.
Yeah, the red's cool.
Yeah. Ryan with 5 years of Magic.
Yeah, started playing in 2020. Might be our newest player.
Oh, that's so not true.
There's another one?
Well, I
Who's
guess
newer?
technically I'm not playing, but I've
Okay,
only I've played this game for like a year and a half.
Newest player in the top 8.
We have Cassidy. You can take this one.
Yeah, so Cassidy, he's awesome. Most confident matchup. Mid-range piles. The deck is built to farm them, he says, which is,
Even in text, that's the most Cassidy cadence I've ever heard.
That is, yeah. All of these statements are, if you know Cassidy, this is just the way he talks.
Yes.
Least confident matchup, none. I don't play losing decks. Again, this guy.
That is kind of chatty.
Yeah,
that is kind of a chat thing
What a
to say.
winner statement. I don't play losing decks. You just have to, that's a mic drop right there.
Yeah, exactly.
His fun fact is he loves cats.
No, Mike won the last round.
Huh? What?
It's not Mike won. It wasn't. He didn't drop.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. So his fun fact is that he loves cats, which is a vibe. We all love cats. They're on his playmat. He has a very cute playmat. I don't think
It is very cute. We unfortunately won't see it.
You won't see it, but he has a cute playmat of his cats on it. It's awesome. It's like a watercolor painting of his cats. Chess and food. And he loves a good restaurant and a cocktail.
Wonderful.
Which, very true.
Man of taste.
He's a food
man of taste. Yeah, we already talked about Mike. Mike, very cool F&M crew.
Yeah.
It includes me. I didn't write that.
Any deck there?
I totally didn't write that statement. John, as we said, big photography and coffee guy.
Yeah, coffee
bonded
guy.
a little bit over that.
What a good guy. Might be our longest tenured Magic player, 1995.
Yes, I believe so.
Boomer
30
Magic,
years
if you will.
Yes.
Most confident matchup, the buy for Mike.
Yes.
Very
Confident
good.
matchup is High Tide, recently unbanned High Tide. Sorry, everyone, no High Tides
Yeah, no
today.
high tides today, which honestly I'm a fan of because I don't know.
Look,
if
it's
it would
already
be
best
very
of 5,
fun.
man.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be
It's
very fun
so
for us to
long.
watch.
He doesn't know how it works, and he refuses to learn.
Which I respect that. You know?
Yeah, very Sigma man. He's got the,
yeah.
Giga Chad energy. Loves hiking, loves playing guitar. Super Smash Brothers Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. Main's Chic. Started playing in 2018.
I can respect that.
I was a Marth main. I was power ranked in the state of North Carolina. I was power ranked number 10 of 10 for 1 week.
I only play Kirby.
I played competitive Smash Bros in high school.
Yeah.
And Tetris.
Yeah.
We have Alex. Alex, very. I don't know. I just love this guy. I just love this guy.
Yeah. And he has guinea pigs, so
He has guinea pigs.
you can't hate him.
Yeah, and again, most and least confident matchups are both decks that aren't represented today.
Yeah,
so
both
he's
decks
probably
are
maybe like a little sad, but a little happy.
Hey,
Double-edged sword.
At least he doesn't
there.
have to play Poison Storm.
At least we don't have to
Yeah, at least we
commentate
don't have to
Poison
watch
Storm.
Poison Storm. Nobody at home has to watch Poison Storm.
Ryan Kreitz.
He's invisible, actually. This is
Yes.
a picture of him.
Invisible elf player. The cards just kind of float. Most confident matchup: Legion's Draft Chaff.
Which, I mean, come on.
Against elves, I would agree. Yeah. I mean, maybe like mono red deck has a bit of a tougher time, but yeah, we'll see.
He's got a match board wipe tribal. All right. I don't know if anyone's playing that necessarily today, but I respect it.
I mean, he did go up against Scred, which has
true.
main deck breath weapons.
Yeah, so he might be a little unhappy.
Loves Diet Coke, crossword puzzles, and origami dragons instead of paying attention in class.
I respect every word there.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick little break. I do unfortunately have to run some ads, but that's mainly just so you guys aren't interrupted during the gameplay. Yeah, we'll be right back. I'll play some nice music for you guys too. I'll turn on the air conditioning. I'll give you some water, crack the windows a little bit. See you guys later.
Bye, guys.
And we're live. Welcome back, everyone. So we are still in the quarterfinals, but we're just featuring a different match, and I also have a new commentator with me.
Hi, everyone.
Introduce yourself.
Sorry,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Rebel. Don't play this format, but I do know these cards, and it seems like White Weenie has like tons of cards out right now.
Yes, yeah. It's definitely a deck that can dump their hand pretty quickly. It's just filled with 1-drops. Let's get a better view of the screen here.
So this is game 3, right?
Yes, yeah. So currently they are 1-1. So at minimum, we're gonna see two more games. And yeah, First Blood coming in here. For Mike,
So Cassidy's playing, was it Fogtron?
Fogtron.
Right.
Yeah. Essentially, you're just gonna keep fogging them out until you've assembled Tron, and then you have some really powerful like X spells. Notably Rolling Thunder, so you can just generate a ton of mana
The nice
and just
prohibit right there.
off the Rafine's Informant. Yeah. Rafine's Informant really gets out of hand, especially Cassidy's deck list only has 7 creatures in it. So against like a creature combo like this, it's going to
Sphere, draw a card.
it's gonna be
It's
interesting.
Prism, yeah.
Recently unbanned Prophetic Prism. Yes, really crucial in fixing your mana. Technically, this is like a 4-color deck.
I noticed. Yeah, there's a lot of cards I really like here, like Mystical Teachings.
Yes.
Saw some red cards. I couldn't see exactly what it was.
Yeah, I mean, there is Breath Weapon in the main board. So also, this is post sideboard actually. I don't know what they've sided in or out, but I can only imagine Cassidy brought in some more of those Breath Weapons, which 2 damage to each non-dragon creature. White Weenie, mostly birds and humans. So, really kind of a brutal board wipe in that regard.
So, it seems like interesting. It seems like White Weenie's doing very well this match because he's not committing any more resources to the board, and he has Cassidy on like that 2/2 that with the glare on it. Oh, it's Ephemerate. Wow.
He's ephemerating the Mull Drifter, drawing a bunch of cards, and he kills it with the Thraben Charm. New MH3 card deals damage to a creature equal to twice the number of creatures you have.
Nice. Yeah. So, what's the card with the glare on it? Do you
I'm not
recall?
entirely sure, but I think it's a
It's a 2/2
two.
or
I think it's a 2x.
it's a 2x.
Yeah.
So
He's
he has
really
like
coming
a-
in with the beatdown.
yeah, 2 or 3 turn clock, right?
Yeah. Once this game
2
is over,
turn
I'm going to
clock with
adjust
a one
the.
more. It's one more turn.
Yeah.
And playing very patiently, doesn't have to overextend. I think Cassidy is in an interesting position.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
This is where you could start to turn it around.
He does have Tron assembled,
He
so
does
there's
have
just a
Tron
ton of
assembled.
mana on board. And it
I-
looks like he does have that Breath Weapon in hand.
I think it depends.
Oh, he's counting.
Yeah. To me, it seems like it's a game of how much removal Mike can draw out of Cassidy's hand and not get blown out by the
Yes.
breath.
So it's a Mnemonic Wall. It's going to get back an
that's
instant
good.
or sorcery, yeah. It's going to get back the Ephemerate. That's interesting.
Over the other options prohibit, right? So
Right, yeah. Breath Weapon is an instant as well.
wow, breath weapon with ephemerate in the wall. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Which so if Mike has like a 3/3, then Cassidy I believe has enough mana because he has the towers up and the Prophetic Prism to where he could like Breath Weapon, Ephemerate, get the Breath Weapon back, and then do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if I'm Mike here, I'm just turning him sideways, right? I don't think there's much use in holding back.
Curious what hand? What's in his hand? What? Can you
Yeah.
see? Is that destroy evil? It looks a little bit like destroy
Oh,
evil.
Destroy Evil would go. Is he playing Destroy Evil? Let's see.
Yeah, there's 3 destroy evils.
Oh, that's in the side.
Broke existence.
No, we are post.
Yeah,
Yeah.
post board. So it's super interesting because how much mana can Cassie make right now? Like on
3, 6, 7, and you can filter as well. So he blocks there.
oh, it's a
Alright.
1 power.
Okay, interesting. Pulse of Morasa.
Oh,
Okay, so he's
that's
going to
tough.
gain
Yeah.
6 and get the Muldrifter back.
Yeah, I think this is where it gets
Oh.
turned around. What's this? Destroy
Evil on the wall,
wall.
it looks like. Yeah. He could fire off the breath weapon.
I don't think he's concerned about firing off the breath weapon at the moment.
Yeah,
'cause he can do
I
that
would
a little bit
agree.
later.
All right, so the wall dies, and the pulse does resolve. Gains 6, goes to 9, gets the Muldrifter back in hand. And he also has the Ephemerate back in hand as well.
Yeah. Tapping the prism there was pretty massive, actually, because... Oh,
It does
interesting, he's
limit his
doing it now,
options, yeah. Yeah, he has the Molten Tributary. So, yeah.
He's
the
committing to
board.
playing the Muldrifter next turn.
Yeah, it seems like. Now, the question is, he could just hardcast it,
Yeah.
or he could evoke it and then ephemerate it.
I think he is.
But I
going
think
to
he's just
hardcast,
hardcasting. Yeah.
'cause he needs the body.
See another Prophetic Prism in hand, just useful. Bajuka Bog. I don't think there's much. Well, there is Prismatic Strands for Mike, which is a card with flashback that prevents all damage, so it protects him against those breath weapons. So, I think maybe Cassidy was a little less than happy to play the Bajuka Bog at that moment, but who knows?
Gotta hit your land drops.
Yeah.
But this is,
Even if you are playing Tron, you still need to hit your land drops. Core Skyfisher, okay.
nice. So now I
Has to
think
return a
we have
permanent.
to commit a little bit more back onto board while thinking about how not to lose to another breath.
Yes. Yep, so the Core Skyfisher can bounce that Idyllic range, and then when Mike replays it for turn, because he controls 4 planes, not only it comes in untapped, but it also can put a counter on a creature. So, for 2 mana, you guarantee a land drop and also have like a 3/4 flyer. Not bad.
I'm thinking through if I would have. How big is a Skyfisher?
At this, so I think it's a 2. It's a 2/3 with a counter on it.
Oh, okay.
So I
And
do
what's the red
think-
card in his hand?
not entirely sure.
It seems like Tron is starting to do Tron things.
Yes, no, absolutely. Okay, there's the Mnemonic Wall. Getting back.
You're gonna pick up the Pulse.
The Pulse, interesting.
Pulse picks up a permanent, right?
Pulse picks up a creature, specifically.
creature?
Yeah, you
Okay.
get a creature back and you gain 6 life.
Yeah, so you could gain 6 life, pick up the other Mnemonic Wall, and then pick up Ephemerate.
Yeah, exactly.
And then becomes exponentially harder for White League.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I think this is a pretty tough spot already.
He's gonna play the Pulse.
Pick up the wall.
I mean, and even if you don't have like a great target for, which are you looking at White Weenie or the other one?
I'm looking at White League. Right
Yeah.
now. I'm trying to see what options they have.
Yeah. I mean, I think he has 3 cards in hand, it looks like. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about seeing, like, a Novice Inspector, a Thraben Inspector, just so I can, build up a little bit of card advantage with those clues. Just about every other card in the deck does, like, bounce a creature back to your hand. It's one of the primary ways this deck kind of draws
I'm trying
cards.
to figure out what path Mike has, and I think it could be kind of what you're saying, drawing, like getting a bit more card draw, building up a board.
Yeah.
Because Cassidy can't kill him too quickly, I think.
No.
I don't see any like fireballs in there.
Actually, I believe he did just draw that red card that's in Cassidy's hand. Is that Rolling Thunder? It's X red, deals X damage to any target.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the fireball. Never mind, I take it back.
Yeah, so I mean,
if he didn't have a form of
Yeah.
pressure outside of these creatures, then there
I mean,
might
it's kind
be
of, he's
more.
kind of on like a two-turn clock, right?
Yeah.
If he like dumps all of his mana into this Rolling Thunder, and then he can ephemerate the wall, get it back, and then do it again
Right.
the next turn. Kind of brutal. All right. Mike, island cycling, getting that idyllic range, just trying to build up the core Skyfisher, it looks like. But yeah, those Eldraine lands are super, super powerful at common. There's like the gingerbread cabin comes in, makes a food. There's
That's
one,
super cool.
the mountain makes a dwarf.
I love that his format lets you play these things.
Yes, yeah.
That too.
Although the blue one is banned, Mystic Monastery.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it returns a permanent instant sorcery to your.
I didn't
top
know
of your deck.
Monastery was common. I thought it was like uncommon.
No, yeah, that
Jeez.
whole that whole cycle is that common. All right, Battle Screech, putting 2 Pokemon onto the field. It's like Mike's using
That's fine.
Pidgeys.
Wait.
And then it has flashback for tap 3 untapped white creatures.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so if you have one creature on board, you can play the Battle Screech and then tap the 2 that you just made to flash it back. So there's the pressure, an Anthem effect can really close this out. So I think now Cassidy's faced with the decision of like, okay, do I clear the board with this Rolling Thunder, or do I commit to my game plan of just going to your face?
I think what Mike has done is buy a turn off of Cassidy
Yes.
killing him.
I
or like
agree.
add one more turn because now he has to deal with potentially this board.
Yeah.
The Ephemerate we know is still in hand, right?
Ephemera is still in hand, yeah.
So at any point the breath can come in.
Yep.
Making a lot of mana.
Yep.
Oh, you can do.
I love that hand motion. Here, just
It's
everything.
like playing piano.
Yeah, exactly.
The dramatic. Well, that works too. Yeah, and then you can just pick up the Rolling Thunder.
Yep. And then you just hit him for 2 damage at a time. Oh, interesting. He has a Weather the Storm as well.
Yeah.
Just Storm count's kind of... No, okay, he's not. He's back up at 15 off of those 2 pulses. So...
Weather the Storm is sick against this deck.
Yes, yeah.
Because, like, as you're going to see, he's probably going to play a couple spells here because they're cheaper. And then just a Weather the Storm
Yep,
just
Storm
to pad
count
out the
is
life.
2.
Yeah.
Yep.
There it
so
is.
Cassie's going to go to 24.
So would you say that Tron is favored in this matchup?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, they are 1-1, so what do I know? But I do think Tron has the edge here. Not necessarily because it's like a better deck, but it just has so many more tools. It has like a lot of 1-ofs pre-sideboard, and then post-board you're just kind of
Yeah.
dialing it in a little more. Yeah.
When I heard that it was a fog deck versus an aggro deck,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
kind of imagine.
That'll do that for sure.
So I think it's interesting from Mike's perspective that his hands really have to be like hyper aggressive.
Yeah.
Or I'm trying to figure out what's like the other game he could potentially play, but I think he can't play to this point because you just can't beat Tron once you reach this range.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he has just so many cards in hand. You're just kind of drowning in his card advantage.
I think it's
Although,
interesting. I think Suture Priest is a super great target or super good card in this matchup.
yes, no, absolutely. So for Fiend's Informant, he's discarding the Prismatic Strand. So this is great because it does protect him from the Rolling Thunder. Because it's not just, let's see. Yeah, prevent all damage that sources of the color of your choice would deal this turn. So it protects them from one Rolling Thunder. So Cassidy either has to just kind of bait him using it and just kind of waste it, or figure out a way to exile Mike's graveyard. Playing another Core Skyfisher. Filtering. He's going to prohibit that, yeah?
A prohibit is just a hard counter.
It's
It's like I thought it was like you had to pay 2, right?
Yeah, it's like you have to pay 2, or if you kick it, you pay 4, I think.
Pick up a weather. Interesting.
I don't hate it really.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean this is just brutal. Also, just give me one moment. Let's see if Charles can step in. I just have to go to the restroom.
I think it's kind of cool. Hey, everyone, it's just me now. The decision between like the weather versus the breath, because the breath is like kind of wipe their board, but I think you gain more life through the weather than like you conserve more life than the breath.
Hey.
Oh, hey, what's up?
How's it going?
I saw you're playing.
My what?
I saw you're playing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was your round?
Hello, y'all. This is Bill Ellis with 2 exclamation points. I am playing Is It Scred today. I won my round 1 against Ryan, who was on Elves. Games went as you expect them to. I won it in 4. A lot of breath weapon, a lot of lightning bolts, a lot of little bit of cast into fire, you know. So yeah, went well. The one I lost involved some Nyxborn Hydras that I wasn't able to kill coming down. Too big, trample, just ran me over.
Look, there's a prohibit right there.
Yeah, this
For-
game was over turns ago based on
Yeah.
what I was seeing out there. So are we going to it? Are we going to do this is
I
to a
think
game
one
4?
more game. Yeah.
Yeah, so Cass is
First
up.
to 3, correct?
Yeah, first to 3.
Yeah, so
Cass is up.
2.
Is on. Is 2.
Mike's on 1.
Mike's on 1.
Yeah. So, I know Bill from playing pre-modern together.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you like Pauper compared to pre-modern?
Pauper is probably my favorite format. It's the format I have the most time playing. Pre-modern is all like, you know, Pauper and pre-modern have a lot of overlap, I think, where it's you get to play a lot of great old cards like Counterspell, Blue Blast, Red Blast, Llanowar Elves, Dark Ritual, all these things. And they're both formats where it's often about like actually outplaying your opponent. You don't have that many bombs, like your threats all suck.
Yeah.
And your responses are all really good, like Counterspell and Cast Down. Very similar to Pre-Modern. That's why they're both my favorite formats. Also looking forward to playing more Pre-Modern after this. I've had to miss a few meetups to come to these, come out to all the Pauper weeklies to grind points. So I'm looking forward to getting back in the ring for Pre-Modern as well. Got to get ready for LobsterCon coming up.
Oh yeah, I missed so many meetings that I'm like dead to Flores now.
Yeah.
But very curious to see how this will go. I would love to see like the games that White Weenie wins.
I think the games that White Weenie wins, you need to be very aggressive. You need Tron to stumble a little bit. I think White Weenie is better out the gate, but if Tron's pieces all come online, it gets really dicey from there. You can disrupt Tron's mana a little bit, make sure they don't have the color sources that they need. If they don't find Tron quickly, then that gives you a really good opportunity. Or if their color sources don't come online quickly, then things get really dicey for them. Also, Mono White has a pretty new card that gives them some game in the matchup, which is Thraben Charm. Because you don't really have ability to. Previously, you did not have any ability to disrupt their graveyard loops, where they can ephemerate on wall, get back Moment's Peace, and just Moment's Peace you forever, or get back Breath Weapon over and over again, and you never have a board again. Really, Thraben Charm gives you an opportunity to make a move there that disrupts their whole plan. So that's something that I could see coming in.
Yeah.
That's okay. We have all 4 main
deck
deck.
is also super good here.
I think Dust to Dust is a consideration. Again, it's about maybe getting him off his color sources, and the Revoke Existence and the Dust to Dust do that. I don't know how. You don't want to go too heavy on those in the side, bringing them in from the sideboard though, because you don't want to go. You don't want to end up kind of threat light.
Yeah.
Now we can see in Cass's hand, it looks like a lot kind of needs to come together for Tron for it to work, right? Right now we see that Cass has maybe one Tron piece, a breath weapon. Well, actually, maybe talk a little bit lower. I don't know if they can hear us over there. So, oh no, maybe no breath weapon. Okay, so he has. It looks like he's gonna get another land play and then drop a Prophetic Prism, recently unbanned card, which has been a good upgrade to the Tron deck. That was pretty. Wow, look at that glare.
Yeah,
yeah. Do we know what that card is? I don't even know.
No, I was just about to ask you.
Okay, that looks like it's
a Skyfish?
No. This is the Rafine's Informant. He drew a card and discarded the Prismatic Strands, which is good because that gives him some insulation against a breath weapon.
Yeah.
What have you been playing lately?
Nothing.
Nothing. Just been. You've been doing some modeling, right?
Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of modeling, but I'm pretty excited to start to dive back into Magic.
Are you gonna
get the itch for it?
Are you gonna come to LobsterCon?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
awesome. So I'll probably see you there.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the unicorn
what's the
down.
Unicorn do?
So the unicorn is a 1/2, has an ability for 4 mana. I believe it's 3 and a white. It can pump all your creatures +1/+1, and it.
Oh, that's pretty huge.
And does it give them vigilance? Like, there's one. I think there's one other thing that it does.
The +1/+1's good enough for this matchup. That's what's relevant.
Yeah,
here.
I think so. I mean, once you've deployed most of your threats, then you're just going to be trying to run in. Especially the +1/+1. Again, another thing that gives Mike some insulation against breath weapon here, because everything's a 1/2 or a an X2. So if you give it +1/+1, now we're getting away with we're not dying to breath weapon right away.
You have crop rotation in this format.
Yes, crop rotation also notable because in the Tron deck you can do things like crop rotation for Tron. Obviously, you can crop rotation once you have Tron to ramp. If you can crop rotation to get a tower. You can crop rotation to get Bojuka Bog to exile opponent's graveyard, so you have some utility there.
Yeah.
And there is one land that lets you surveil. So when things are getting kind of late in the game and you don't have a lot going on, sometimes you can crop rotation for that, just to surveil, just to see another card.
It's looking pretty good so far for Mike, but we'll see how.
Yeah, Cass is about to. This is going to be a big turn for Cass. He's going to probably throw down the Energy Refractor in hand, just a bunch of these artifacts that can trip to just build up a board. Now he does have to watch out. I think no, because even a Guardian's Pledge here is not going to do a
Refractor
lot.
Basically another Prism?
Refractor is a prism where it doesn't tap, but you have to put 2 colorless into it to get one color.
One back. Got it.
So when they had banned Prophetic Prism, and then we got Energy Refractor very shortly after, which kept Tron playable. But then the format got very fast with things like Kuldotha Red. I think Swift Spear was still in the format at the time, and so just basically ran Tron out. And then also, Broodscale, which was recently banned, was a very difficult matchup for Tron to deal with, like kind of an all-in combo that had a lot of hand disruption and resilient pieces, like Tamio Safekeeping to protect the Broodscale. But now with that card out of the format and Mono Red taking a hit with Kuldotha being banned, these Tron decks are really back in full force. And we're actually seeing the online meta go very Ponza heavy, and also there's also some new combos with High Tide.
So it's interesting right now. If Mike swings of everything, he's still insulated from the breath because the unicorn can keep them out of the breath range, right?
Yeah.
So Cassidy.
I'm a little scared here though because now we're.
Interesting. Yeah.
But the thing is that when you're playing mono, you have to develop though, and so he does also have the prismatic strands.
Is it one target or every? How does?
It's a protection from a color of your choice. You just have to tap one white creature.
Is it you or permanents you control as well?
No, it's your permanent. So basically, it would save his board.
Okay, in that case, yeah, this makes total sense.
So I think what we're going to probably see from Cass here is an end of turn. He's going to take this damage. Then Cass is probably going to cast the Mystical Teachings. I would assume that he's going to go and get a Moment's Peace here to keep him alive for a few turns while he continues to set up his control pieces. Well, it's going past Moment's Peace, so let's see what he goes for. Breath Weapon, I don't see that being what you want here. Maybe he's taking a look at everything before he makes that decision. Okay, he is going for Breath Weapon. Maybe he has a Prohibit in hand or something to deal with the
That is what happened
Prismatic
last
Strands?
game,
Okay.
where he did have a Prohibit.
I mean, if that's the case here, then this is going to probably be a game-ending. The Tron is the kind of deck that you lose long before you actually lose. You know, so if we see, I don't. Oh, so what he's going to do? Oh, wow, this is dicey because what is he going to do? Gesundheit. Double Gesundheit.
Sorry.
Can we get 3? Okay.
He could crop rotation here for the Bojuka Bog, and then force
That
him to
there
cast
it is.
and
There
then
it is.
response breath.
Yeah. That's the line. Yeah. So I think. But he doesn't want to. Yeah. This is probably a done deal right here. Cass looking strong. Strong player, strong deck. You know.
I used to travel to a lot of RCQs with Cassidy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we used to sit next to each other a lot because we would go up to top 8 together playing Scam.
Yeah. Okay.
So very good player.
Yeah. He's definitely an RCQ grinder. He has that sort of polish about him. Even the way he handles his turns and his cards, I can sometimes get a little sloppy with because there's so many steps, right? Sometimes I'm just like, go to combat, here I'm swinging, but obviously there's go to combat, declare attackers. Cass is very clean with his play like that. Something I admire about him as a player.
You can tell by the way he moved his hands.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. We're doing all the math here. The math is mathing.
Yeah.
And there goes the breath weapon.
Yup.
And tough time for Mike.
Very tough.
Tough time for Mike.
I think it's tough though because the way I was thinking about it was that the Unicorn and their 4 mana allows you to guarantee damage and insulate you away from the
That's
breath.
why, yeah.
But also that play he made also really pushes Cassidy to actually have to have the Prohibit plus breath
Right.
or the crop rotation there, right? And if he didn't, that would be the game. That's the path to win, right?
Yeah.
If he played it slower, that's not necessarily exactly the game plan.
Well, and also if you play it slower, you also run into the situation which I thought he was going to go for maybe a Moment's Peace, kind of grindy moment there.
Yeah.
And when your clock is too slow, then you let the Tron deck get to a point where it can get to that stage very quickly. Or you don't put pressure on them, so they can just kind of at their leisure get their loops going.
Yeah, so I think Mike played it well. You just have to play towards the line that actually wins the game.
Yeah.
Even though it looks brutal right now.
Yeah. I think that we're probably at this point not going to see a game 5, but hold out hope here. Well, here's the Moment's Peace.
And maybe even Moment's Peace.
No, he doesn't even need it because the board's empty. So why not just really build up?
Cards.
Yeah, I think it's just
pulsing for more things.
Build up your mana until you can go for the lethal Rolling Thunder.
You could find an Ephemerate off the Mystical Teachings. Start picking up other things. I would like to be Tron at this point.
Yeah, I think we all would.
Yeah. I actually, I think I tried to play Pauper a long time ago.
Oh yeah?
Because I have a distinct memory of trying to build a Tron deck with Denrova Horror.
Oh yeah, I loved
Yeah.
Denrova Horror. That was a great era. Tron was absolutely nuts during that era.
I don't remember
Yeah.
anything else about that deck. All I remember was
It was
Din
pretty
Rovahora
similar
was
to
in there.
this,
It was
and you
very
would have Din Rovahar would be your kind of engine to like end the game.
Yeah.
You would basically bounce everything to your opponent's hand and make them discard it, which you could really get to a game state where opponent has no permanents on board. Which I think we should all be thankful that is not the current state of Tron. At least they still win by a huge margin, but at least we got some permanence on the board at the end of the day.
I don't think anyone could be thankful for seeing Tron ever Tron do anything.
Well, there used to be a classic 3-word combo in Pauper called WoW. This is probably a PG-13 cast, so I will not say the third word, but WoW blank Tron, because people were really tired of this deck at the time.
I say that in Modern too. Just
Yeah,
like any
yeah.
time I see Tron, same thing.
Yeah. Are you thinking about playing some Pauper?
I could, yeah. There was one time I was supposed to play Pauper for like an MTGO thing, and I was looking into the green-white boggles.
Oh yeah, Boggles is
Yeah.
just go all in and put
I was
those
reading a
enchantments on those
guide,
things.
Yeah, and it seemed like a little bit more deeper than just like put enchantments on a dude.
Yeah, it's a little bit about playing around your opponent's sacrifice effects if they have any, or you can also get caught by a breath weapon if you've like taken a little while to deploy your enchantments. There are moments in which the Boggles deck can get caught, but like once you end up with like if you can get to a game state where you have like a 10/10 and some little weenie like an Eldrazi spawn on the board, then you're cruising. I played Boggles a couple weeks ago. Actually, it was a fun deck.
Yeah, this gameplay looks really sick though.
Yeah.
Awful. Totally
Yeah,
awful.
yeah, it's sick.
But-
It's sick for Cass, I
Yeah,
think.
good for
Sickening
There's
for
also,
Mike.
Also a ghostly flicker.
Oh yeah, we're gonna start seeing the ghostly flicker loops with the double. You
With the
flicker
double.
on wall, get back, flicker, and literally your graveyard starts to become a toolbox. I don't. Yeah, and so now basically, Cass is in a position where he can basically unlimited loop
To prohibit. Right?
the prohibit. So we do see Mike have a destroy evil in hand, which he can go for on whichever wall gets flickered. But I still don't think that that's enough at this stage.
So what's your deck? It's blue-red spread.
Blue red scred, yeah. It's you're running some Monarch cards, 4 Tolarian Terror,
Oh,
a bunch of
cool.
screds, some bolts.
Is it like a tempo deck?
No, I think it's more of a control deck. You have some board wipes in there, in Breath Weapon. I had to pick a deck that I felt like I strongly felt that Ryan was going to be on Elves, so I needed to pick a deck that could beat Elves and then not immediately lose to the rest of the room. So there was I was considering Pinger Burn for a minute. That's kind of like a really difficult one for Elves, but ultimately landed on Izzet because I think Izzet has some game against Tron. And especially the way that I built the deck. I also expected Mike, who will be my opponent in the next another Mike. We have some world-class Mikes in the Pauper community in New York. I expected Mike to be on Affinity, so I did build my sideboard more around that. But it is also my sideboard's also kind of set up to deal with walls a little bit. So we'll see what happens. So again, we're just seeing Cass just run away with this game right now. I think we see a Prismatic Strands in hand. He's not going to be able to, Mike's not going to be able to attack through the walls. So
Yeah, there is probably one universe where Mike wins, but it's a very narrow.
yeah. A lot would have to go wrong
And
at this point.
I don't have the brain power currently to figure out exactly what it
I think what we're going to see here is probably Mike go in for like 1 or 2 more attacks with those Mold Drifters, then he'll close it out with the Rolling Thunder, and then we'll be moving on to the next round,
Yeah.
probably. So we're going to see the Prohibit kicked here.
When Prohibit is kicked, is it just a hard counter or?
No, it becomes a counter CMC 4.
Oh, okay, I see.
So it's a CMC 2, and then can go
I
up to 4.
thought it was like a smaller mana leak.
Yeah. It's similar.
Oh, I see.
Okay, and you know,
It's kind of funny that you said you have to prepare your deck for elves and not lose everything else, because that's exactly the same thing as pre-modern.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, probably elves in pre-modern a little bit better than elves in Pauper, and in terms of its effect on the format.
Oh, I see. I was going to say, like, having 4 cradles is...
Well, no, yeah, of course, yeah. That I had to end that qualifier there. Yeah. But we're seeing it come back in the format because elves is a deck that can like run over a deck like Tron, and these Ponza decks that are rising up to attack Tron. It also puts a lot of pressure on the High Tide combo decks. And also, we're seeing that downtick on red, so this is a moment for elves right now. I think, looking at the league results lately, a lot of 5-0s going to elves in the past few days.
Watching this game makes me really want to play mono white against Cassidy. I really want to like figure out how to beat him.
Yeah. See, I was thinking, I had on my list, I had my little prediction list. I
Here's
really
the flick.
expected, this is where things, because we're gonna see him get back Prohibit here.
But he does have Destroy Evil, so I guess here is an option to
Disrupt, yeah.
get rid of one of them.
I think still though at 4 life, is there any way next turn you don't just get Rolling Thundered?
I think you have to just go see. I think.
Well, no, hold on, because Prismatic Strands prevent all damage a source of color of
your
your
choice.
choice. So that can effectively counter.
Does he have a strand in hand?
I think he does. So let's see what happens here.
Oh, that's very interesting.
If we see the Suture Priest kind of start running away here, and we do have the Battle Screech in the graveyard, so we just got into a kind of an interesting place here. I like where this is going.
Yeah, that's why I thought Suture Priest.
Oh,
was such
and
a
we
big
have the
deal.
Thraben Charm in hand.
Yeah,
There it is. Ooh.
Yeah, this is great actually, because you actually want to keep the wall to reduce
Hold
the life.
on,
because
what
of
do
the
we have
priest.
here? He's gonna,
Approach.
okay. Oh, he's gonna
Teachings.
Teachings for Ephemerate, Flicker with Ephemerate, get back Ghostly Flicker. He doesn't want to lose the Ghostly Flicker. Yeah.
Oh, and here's a big moment.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had another Ghostly Flicker. Oh, okay. We're on the. Is this the Raptor build that has 2 Ghostly Flicker, or are we just maybe just more Tron decks are going to Ghostly Flicker
Well, this was
in a
really
slightly
smart,
slower format?
Because if he picked the other one, that opens him up to the other card in his hand.
Yeah.
At least this enables a little bit more.
Yeah. And so we're gonna see Ghostly Flicker probably get back. Okay. Oh, but here we go. It is draining him a little bit with the Priest.
Yep.
Oh wow, here we go. Okay, so now we're getting double Prohibit. So I think he just wants to probably just make it through this turn, have the Prohibit. Well, okay. Is Prismatic Strands in the graveyard or is it in hand at this point?
I think it's still in hand. Okay, and now we have 2 more flicks, 2 more life. Go down to 7. Oh, I think he's trying to explain like a loop with the flickers.
Okay, we have Jen the Judge in here laying down the law. Is this with Suture Priest on the stack still?
The Suture Priest is in play, right? He already lost 2. He went from 11 to
okay,
9.
so then Ghostly Flicker might make it go again, right? Might trigger the...
So each time he flicks, he's losing 2 life. Oh, he's passing the turn. Wait, what's he going on?
Okay, so here we go. So we're going to see...
Oh.
Okay, so he's got to go for Prismatic Strands here. That resolves. Now, he has to... I think we can see... double. Well, no. Hold on, let's see. Let's see what he does. He can't destroy evil at this point. And there it is.
Wow.
There it is. Really strong fight from Mike.
Yeah.
Also, like, you gotta love to see the White Weenie out here just going for it. Trying to stand up to Tron. Did take a game. And we saw that game got a little close towards the end
It
too.
did,
Like that,
yeah.
I think Mike played it really well. Some matches to be proud of, even if it didn't go his way in the end.
Also, I love how the Mold Drifter really mattered. The double swing there at 4 to
Yeah.
force
That was the pressure. Yeah.
the strand.
Yeah, I mean, some of these Tron decks that were not even running Rolling Thunder. There was just Mold Drifter beats where you just kill everything and just beat down with Mold Drifters.
It's like me attacking a Fairy Conclave.
Yeah.
In Tide.
Yeah.
Well, good luck in your next
Oh,
round.
thank you. Maybe I'll be on camera. Who knows? And thanks everyone for tuning into the stream.
Yeah.
And thank you for doing some commentary.
Love to be here. I want to play Magic now. Watching Cassidy move cards like that. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you
getting the itch.
just get a game going right here on the.
I'm going to put you guys on a short little break.
Cool.
We'll be back with the semifinals in just a moment.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are now in the semifinals. Yeah, and I am joined here by
Katie, hello.
Katie's a local player, a local phenom. Super jazzed to have you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here, trying to sort through and see deck lists so that I can try
For
to
sure.
follow a little better.
Yeah.
Remember what the cards do. But it's just really fun. I'm so glad that Pauper has hit it off so well. I remember going when it was like 4 people. And it's just really nice to see it, now have to have a cap, which now they've increased. This
they're even considering moving venues.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy. It's incredible.
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just really nice to see. Again, so happy to see it. So people are looking at the deck list today. I mean, just so nice to see such variety.
Definitely.
Also, if you follow in the Discord for Hex & Co.'s format, if you go to the channel for Pauper, everybody is always chatting about their decks.
It's so funny seeing all the other formats that have less than 10 messages, and I think we're at 2,000.
Oh yeah.
It's so
I'll
cool.
I'll not have looked at my phone for a little bit, and I'll go into the Pauper, and it's 30 new messages, and I'm
yeah. It's
very-
just novels.
It's very nice that it scrolls back to the first ones, so I don't miss the whole bit.
Absolutely.
But it's really nice. I'm just really happy to see it, and fun to see both of these players. Mike is a friend, so
so you're
I will say I'm a
biased.
little biased. We're Team Mike. I like to be part of this coolest Friday Night Magic crew. I hope.
Did you? Yeah, exactly.
I was like,
See?
oh,
yeah.
that's a little shout
I
out.
totally didn't write that. That was, yeah. So again, for anyone who missed round 1, Michael is on the Walls combo. Make a bunch of mana and spend that mana shooting your opponent in the face.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Or interesting, and this I'm again biased because I brought the dungeon tokens. A cool to see secret door, and
Yes.
that idea that you can sort of traverse through. These are the AFR dungeons, I believe, as opposed to the.
Yes, it's not the initiative.
I know the
one.
initiative was super popular in Pauper for a while. Like Gardens, I think played.
Mm-hmm.
Initiative, and obviously there were bans because of the speed of initiative.
My goodness.
So a little different, but again, an interesting sync. I think Valakut Invoker is what I have always died to when I was playing
Likewise,
Tron,
likewise.
and I died to Walls combo back in the day. So neat to see sort of a different thing. Again, you get
Different payoffs.
yeah.
Keeps it interesting. Keeps it fresh.
Yeah, and again, seems like a cool deck.
Definitely.
Just a lot of, I would think too much, but
Right.
but Mike can do that.
Yeah.
So that's good.
And up against him is Bill, our number 1 seed. We went over his little profile earlier. This is him with his rock. He's on blue-red Scred. This is the deck that I have to play whenever I have to lock in.
Okay.
When there was that Winnabox in New Jersey, and I was like, well, I can't be playing my little pet deck of food anymore. I need to play a real deck, and I don't play this exact 75. Mine's a little different. I did overhear Bill saying, he's kind of fine-tuned his sideboard a little bit for the affinity matchup. Sucks to be him. There's no affinity.
Yeah. Well, I think when everyone was sort of chatting, both here and then, in the Discord and stuff, I think this Mike, there's more than one Mike, but Mike Evans is known for playing affinity, and I think even with the changes, the Deadly Dispute ban, I think there was maybe some thought that he might stick with it.
Right. Yeah.
He's had success with.
Keep going back to the well.
Yeah, so, possibly predicting a bit of that. However, I mean, this just seems like lots of good cards.
Definitely is.
So I don't know how kind of you, even if maybe your sideboard is looking for something else, I don't know how you go wrong with a lot of these. We were just talking earlier today about, with Mike, we were talking about generous Ent. And boy, those cycling cards, land cycling cards.
So powerful.
I was so surprised with the legacy ban, and I was like,
yeah, they banned Troll. I think it's because it's like in Legacy, like Troll, and you just reanimate Troll.
Yeah.
Which we're not far off because people will swamp cycle and then exhume.
Sorry. But it's like, it's just crazy to think that these comments, though I opened a lot of, as I'm sure many people did, not necessarily in pursuit of the ring, but just because I was like, oh, this is cute. Opened way too much Lord of the Rings. I think I opened a single Lorien revealed.
Okay, there we go.
I got a lot of, what is it, the Oliphant? I got a lot the red one.
Yes, probably the least played of all of them.
Yeah, and thankfully for Mono White did get some Eagles in the North.
There we go.
But yeah, again, good to see cards for Monarch, I think, in here.
Yeah, I mean, especially in this matchup. I mean, Mike's never swinging. Everything has Defender, right? So I think it is going to be kind
There's
of
some 1/1s that, are
Sure,
1/2s
yeah.
that
I mean, and hey, who knows? I wouldn't put it past him to, get the Monarch just for a turn, but who knows? And yeah, just tons of cantrips. Just tons of, Ponder, Preordain, Brainstorm. Keep going, chug through your deck, Lorien Revealed, until... Yeah, you just find your payoffs.
Then with Murmuring Mystic or just a Terror getting a big old something into play.
Just something.
Or a lot of little guys in the air.
I think I think Murmuring Mystic is going to be kind of the way to go here. That's going to be Bill's kind of method of winning.
Goes over the walls.
Exactly. Yeah, it just goes over the walls. Mike does have a few reachers, but if you have a Murmuring Mystic out and you're just cantripping a bunch, you're going to have a lot of birds. You're not going to worry about losing one or two of them.
And I don't know that Walls is known for its removal.
Not particularly, no. It's more of a race, yeah.
But again, cool to see, like a combo, just the variety. I'll keep saying it. I'll say it many more times, I'm sure. But, having...
Got players going over deck lists now.
Yes.
Nothing terribly important. I just can't see, so I just have to keep switching over to this camera to see.
Yeah, we have this seems like a very official setup with they can't see or hear.
Oh yeah, of course. Hey, nothing but the best for my scene, of course.
Other people's technically.
No.
I was watching the first feature when Mike was playing before from over on the side, and I was I was sitting so I could see through here.
Oh,
and see this a little bit, but then also was looking the other way at the live.
Yeah.
And I was I hope I'm not. Making weird faces for anything.
No, it's fine.
Holding up semaphores or something, doing some flag signaling. Mike and I have not developed a complex series of hand signals.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet, yeah.
That's
for the next topic. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Well, I was going to say that's what you guys are workshopping at F&M every week.
A little harder to treat for draft, I think.
Yeah, we're good. And it looks like we are going to get ready to rumble here.
And how nice the playmats look.
There's still the card I was using to test the glare is that Eviscerator's inside his mind as my glare test card.
Okay.
We'll see. It's in no one's colors, thankfully, so it's not going to get shuffled in.
I think, there we go.
And there, yeah.
Good job.
He's let's go to the
that I need this card.
All right. Sorry. Yeah, we just noticed it. All right.
Each player gets a bonus card in this.
Yeah, right. Oh, happy birthday, Lisa, and happy
yes.
birthday, Pat. Aw.
Very cute.
That was so cute. Oh my god. Alright, so it looks like Bill's got a couple of lands, a couple shuffle effects, Lorien revealed. Got an Admiral. I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if Bill goes to 6, but I don't know. Not a ton of reason.
Ponder and stuff doesn't seem horrible, right? Look for
Yeah.
some more things. But yeah, you probably...
And he can get that Admiral out as well and just start accruing that card advantage early.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's a possibility that with this hand, Bill doesn't see turn 4.
Yeah, so against some sort of combo, do you want to make sure that you have
Looks like Mike is
something-
keeping a 7 as well, so.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, Bill going to
I was
6.
going to say, no.
Bill, the higher seed here, should be on the play, I believe. That's how it's not determined by a die roll like it is at our weeklies. I also need to change the names on this.
Who are these people?
Yeah. So we have.
You want to make sure that if you come, you can recognize everybody from the elbow down.
Yeah, exactly.
Very important.
Wall combo. This is Mike Evans. Sorry, I doxed him.
Yes. Mike E.
Mikey. And then we have. Oopsie. I've done this before, I swear.
But so nice to have it.
Bill.
All right. So it looks like they're
Bill adamant
going,
about-
going ahead, and
All
we're
right.
doing this ponder. Which, why not? Turn 1, get to look at a whole bunch of cards.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see what what the rest of his hand was, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know, getting a counter spell in your hand or something like that,
Yeah.
really just shaping your hand early on. You know, it is
Oh,
open
don't
deck
like any
lists,
of it.
so they know what the other person is playing. Not that they
Yes.
wouldn't already at this point. You
Yeah,
know, we're all
yeah.
friendly here, but yeah.
But
just
it gives them that opportunity to, you know, decide if they like what they have and think about what they would, you know, ideal cards they'd like to draw. And certainly, as you mentioned before, all the cantrips, all those kind of digging effects are really nice.
Yep. All right, another classic.
Yes.
Wall start. It's just forest 1-drop.
Oh, interesting. I just noticed where I see a lot of red cards, but then I'm noticing 2 islands. Lovely islands.
Interesting.
Very beautiful islands.
Doesn't seem like there's a Lorien revealed either, so you can't go
Yes.
fetch anything.
So I was like, ooh, do I see a bolt? And I think I see a bolt and a scred. However, those seem slightly less great.
Yeah. Notably, it does look like Bill is running the lightning bolt version of this deck. Some people like using the galvanic discharge. That's like uses the energy, which would favor him in this matchup a little bit more because
You could
can
build up to like an 0-4 or
exactly,
something.
exactly. Yeah, he does. You know, there's
Or
no
If that was your thing, I think.
right.
Decide when you want it for 3. Decide when you don't. Yeah.
Oh, did the stream just crash? Being told that the stream has crashed. That's fucking cool.
We were giving our takes were so hot,
I
so
know.
spicy.
Okay, stop stream.
It was that
Stop
bolt.
recording.